For those who are new or unfamiliar with my content, I would like to give a disclaimer. Slow Damage has an extremely self-destructive main character, and his nonchalant comments about his lack of concern for himself does trigger my nervous laughter. If you'd like to view my content that covers darker and triggering subjects like this one, please consume it responsibly and know that this content is not for minors. I want to emphasize that if you experience any of the severe symptoms that Towa does, I highly encourage that you seek professional help rather than view this playthrough. Welcome back to what I believe to be part 5, actual part 5 of Slow Damage. Good evening, and I am so excited to continue Slow Damage again. As always, it's been an extremely tiring week, and today, as of filming, I have been listening to the new Fall Out Boy album. I've been listening to Jimin's solo album, and I'm in a very healing mood, even though I am dead exhausted. I wasn't even planning to play today, but sometimes God says sorry, I can't continue the joke. Sometimes you just want to treat yourself and play a game. As for me, I just really want to continue the game because I haven't been able to play as long as I would like to during each session. I believe the last part, if I remember correctly, was a shorter video, quotation marks on shorter, but we're gonna see how far we can get today. I'm really interested in this doctor guy. Like, what's his deal? You know what I'm saying? I want to know what the deal is with the homeboy. And he's good with kids. That always scares me. Whenever it's like, oh, children love him. It's like, oh, not in this game. That's not a good thing in this game. But yes. So let's take a trip back to the city of Shinkomi. Is that the city? I told you, I'm very tired. I won't be surprised if I can't even pronounce Towa's name through the entirety of this part. But bear with me. Okay. Thank you for coming. Thanks for not clicking off the video. Let's get us another painting, babies. Let's go. Where did we leave off? Here we go. Okay. All right. Back to it. Oh, and like I said, sorry if I take a bit of a moment to stretch my arms and drink my drink, because I am tired, dry, and my hands are a little tired, just a tad tired. All right, here we go. Ray had lunch plans with a friend, so after we parked back at the clinic, he got out and walked off. As for me, I went up to my apartment to rest on the sofa. All that hobbling around had worn me out. Then lunchtime rolled around, and Taku came up.
Yo, 足の方はどうだ?
How is my foot? Oh gosh. He walked over and crouched down to examine my injured ankle. I was smoking at the time, so I turned my head and exhaled the smoke away from him. Oh, how polite. Was the homie there? Well, I'm taking a moment to observe Towa here. I feel so bad because like every time I see him, he's got more and more like scars on him, and I'm like, please, Towa, please.
そこまでするほど興味を持ったのか?
Oh? Are you trying to say something, Taku? I raised my eyebrows playfully.
ご想像にお任せで。
タク、お前の趣味に付き合わせるのはモデルの志願者だけにしとけよ。で、昼食なんだが歩けるか?
Excuse me. He said normal folks. And I'm just like, Taku, these people are not quotation marks normal. Also, you all live on like a weird island. Like, you know, I don't let Towa do what he needs to do, Taku, okay?
柳川コーヒー店に行こうかと思うんだが、どうだ?
I do love that Yanagawa cafe, you know what I'm saying? Very classy. As long as I walked slowly, I wouldn't have any trouble. I nodded, and together we headed out. We took the elevator down to the ground floor, then exited the building. This was my second excursion of the day, except this time the sun was unpleasantly high in the sky. Ooh. Oh, jump scare. Vampire jump scare. Hiss, hiss. Squinting against the harsh sunshine, I headed down the brightly lit street. Slow down. No, just joking. Gosh, it looks so good every time they flash it on screen. The walk to Yanagawa Cafe took a little longer than usual thanks to my bad leg. There, we ordered 2 honey toast meals off the lunch menu.
Asakura sensei wa dou datta?
Well, first of all, he triggers my fight or flight. Sorry. Taku looked at me as he cut up his toast and popped a forkful into his mouth.
堅物って感じだった。
He gives me anxiety. Big time. His lips curled in a half smile.
小児科もやってるんだよな。
子供が好きみたいだな、あの先生。
I'm afraid. Every time they're like, he seems to really like kids. And I'm like, I have fear. It was an offhand comment, but Taku's expression darkened. Oh no. I'm getting scared. I'm getting so scared. He lowered his knife and fork.
Asakura sensei no tokoro e wa mata iku no ka?
Oh my gosh, they keep scaring me. I nodded and fixed him with an inquiring look. He took a sip of his he took a sip of his coffee, then looked back at me, his expression conflicted.
だいぶ前の話になるんだが、ある噂を聞いてな。
No.
それから朝倉先生にはいい印象がない。
Oh no. Please, I'm please. The anxiety is spiking, bro.
噂?
Taku looked away, as if uncertain where to begin. I don't know, please.
なんていうか、その。
Oh no, no, no,
I do no, no. 見ていて目に余るくらい。実際のところはわからん。
No. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. I told you, the anxiety is spiking. Like, I was just like, he's a pediatrics doctor. But, is it true? Or are they just rumors? This is slow damage though, so I have fear. Terrible fear. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, let's go. The anxiety is spiking in me. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. I was too panicked. No, I was right. No. Please let me be wrong. Please let this just be a rumor. Please let this be a hideous rumor. Ugh. I'm sorry, future me, if I'm wrong. If there were rumors going around about it, then there must have been some incident in the past that sparked it.
何かあったのか?
That was their scandal.
Asakura 先生が前にいた病院で良くない噂が立ったらし
Mothers
い。
of patients.
特に主婦の間で騒がれたみたいでな。それでその病院を辞めて新興民へ来たよ。
Ah, okay. Well, that's another red flag. Oh god.
まあほら、この町に腰を落ち着ける人間なんて大体訳ありが多いからな。
That's what I'm about to say. I was just like, Taku, isn't everybody here weird? Like,
自分自身も含めて
yeah, exactly. Clap back, Towa. Clap back. I meant it as a joke, of course. He scoffed.
当然だ。お前みたいなまともじゃない患者の面倒をずっと見てるんだぞ。
Taku said, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Lord. I laughed and started cutting up my untouched honey
今
toast.
は朝倉に対する母親たちの評判悪くないみたいだけどな。
Everyone I overheard talking about him had nothing but nice things to say.
噂は所詮噂だ。勘違いされて広まっただけなのかもしれない。
That's right, rumors could
医者と
just
して
be
の腕は
rumors.
確かだしな。
Taku lifted his mug to his lips. And, sorry, I've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race, so every time I hear mug, I don't think of like coffee mug. I think of like the face with your makeup done. So for a moment, I was like, I thought of Mariah Balenciaga going mug. Sorry. In a blink, his plate was empty. I took a bite of the crust and wondered how he'd always managed to eat so fast.
そういえば、明日はイベントがあるから、クリニックは休みだ。
Volunteer event?
イベント
Yeah, one of
新
them.
興味制度ってあるだろ。
Cathedral?
あそこ
Oh
で
no.
チャリティーイベントがあるんだ。
Oh no,
ま、
no.
お前は怪我してるからな。
No.
無理に出る必要はないぞ。
This is not looking hot. Like, it's not looking good. Like, rumors about that, cathedrals. Oh boy, I think I'm more scared of this chapter than the last one. No. A charity event. Come to think of it, the woman who came into the exam room mentioned something along those lines, and Asakura said he would be there.
行くよ。
Ikuyo! Taku blinked at me in surprise.
どうした？何か悪いもんでも食べたのか？
俺が行きたがっちゃいけないのか?
Oh.
お前、そういうキャラじゃないだろ。
たまにはそういう気分になることもあるんだよ。
Sometimes I don't feel like it. You don't feel like it all the time, Towa. In truth, my motivations lay elsewhere, but he didn't need to know about that. I ate about half my honey toast and drank my cold coffee. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Why? Okay, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. After lunch, Taku went straight back to the clinic. I could have gone with him, but instead, I opted to wander around town. As I walked, I lit a cigarette and took a drag. Ooh, exploration! Let's go! Okay, I mean, is this like, who coming? Who here? Ooh, I got some good goods. Okay, let's see. Is someone there? But it's like black though on my screen. Like, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. No, we're not gonna go there yet. Okay, let's go here. Let's see who's here. Maybe I can meet that weird guy again.
Oh.
Oh, it's just Taku.
Yo.
Were you sleeping? Just a quick nap. Guess I was tired. Any patients waiting? Doesn't look like it. Maybe I'll get a little more rest. You probably need it. Let's talk. Let's talk some more. I need some stuff, you know, for my interrogations. They say sugar's the best pick-me-up when you're feeling drained. Come to think of it, did you see that limited time Christmas menu they had at Yanagawa Cafe? The one with lots of cakes? Yeah, I bet Ray would love it. When I saw it, I thought to myself, you know, I might actually eat cake if it's made at Yanagawa. What do you think? I guess you'll have to try it and find out. Alright then, when I'm ready to give it a shot, you'd better come with me. That way, you can take over if I tap out. Oh, bless. Yeah. Okay, so it goes down. It's kinda high though. Let me go up.
Positive.
I'll go up. I'll give it a shot. Good. You eat sweets every now and then, don't you? I might need your help. Oh, okay, good. Just kidding. The mental image is hilarious. Oh, good. I see. Imagine a full-grown middle-aged man going to town on some dessert. You want to learn to like it? Well, I mean, it's best not to be too picky about food. Oops, I gotta get back to work. That's a load off my mind. Thanks. No prob. Maybe it's my joints mood. Okay. So, I know business here. Let's go to the park. Okay, it looks like there's a lot of good goods here. Let's go here. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. Oh. This is the Takanokuchi medical office. Like our clinic, it's a privately run building, but it has a lot more room for patients. Supposedly, it has all the latest technology too. Most of the patients who come here are families with kids. The waiting room is filled with women and children, so it feels more like a pediatrician's office. Of all the many hospitals in Shinkomi, this one might be the most popular. Is anybody here? Oh, it's you again. Yeah, you again. Exactly, Towa. Yeah. Did you know Shinkomi has a lot of hospitals? Almost as many hospitals as we have convenience stores, maybe. I think it's because of all the violence. I see an ambulance drive by at least once a day. Even then, there's still a lot. Shinkomi has a lot of kiddie clubs, aka... Oh, not this again. Not this again. No, please. I have fear. If this is really what this chapter is about, I have fear. Let me get a drink. God have mercy on me. They're all legal, of course. They rely on the child labor of those born to single mothers or impoverished homes. I hear some of these parents neglect or even sell their kids. Believing it or not, a lot of the customers look like ordinary folks. You can't judge a book by its cover. The Takatsuto Kumi controls the Shinkomi police, so they won't do anything. For years, the mainland has been trying to come in for a crackdown, but it hasn't been going well for them. Right now, they're searching for a way to get their foot in the door. I think. There are too many people in Shikomi who end up dead or missing. These numbers would be unthinkable back on the mainland. Lots of folks freeze to death in the winter, so the alleys turn into graveyards. That's normal here, isn't it? Unbelievable. Did you know? They say the goddess of whimsy has vanished without a trace as of 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, and Euphoria published a new painting, but I haven't seen it yet. I wonder what it looks like. You sussing me? He's sus. Anyway. It's like a private eye or something. Okay, well, he's giving me information. He's like the, how do I say? A tutorial. Like an NPC tutorial, you know. Okay, let's go to the park. Any place that looks kind of interesting, you know. Looking for words for my interrogations. Oh, hey, bestie. Hey. Oh, it's Towa. What's up with your leg? Get in a fight? Something like that. What about you? Not often you come here of all places. Well, every now and then I like to wander around on my own. I mean, you don't need a calendar to know that it's Christmas. It's everywhere you look, from the decorations to the music. This time of year, I always have a lot on my mind. Oh yeah? Reminiscing about an old flame or something? I am so, like, sus that he was into, like, Toa's mom or something. Huh, nothing like that. Though I do have some special memories. Let's talk, baby. Isn't Christmas the day the Lord was born? The memories I have are the polar opposite of festive. I'll say that. I'll bet you have some too, don't you? Things you'd rather keep to yourself. Ooh, let's talk. I should probably dodge the question. Oh, either way,
Negative.
Let's try because his euphoria will go up anyway. Nope. Really? Well then, I was wrong. Anyway, my point is, the majority of people have at least a few secrets they can't tell anyone about. This chapter is gonna... No. Okay. It's gonna take me forever to get through this chapter because of the anxiety. Anyway, I better get going. Stay out of trouble, you hear me? Right.
Nanda.
Okay. We Gucci. Next! Where is this? Yep, next. Let's just... Is someone there? I have no business here. Guess I'll watch for a bit. I have no business here. Okay. So, let's just go down the list. Until it's time to go, baby. Go, go, go. Oh, goodness gracious. Igarashi. Hey.
Just.
This guy can. This guy crying. He looks like. He looks like oh gosh. If you guys have ever seen Show by Rock, the leopard guy, right? The leopard guy in Show by Rock. I'm so specific. The yellow one. You know what I'm talking about. Look it up. Show by Rock. Yo, Towa-san. Wait, what happened to you? You're hurt. It's a long story. Are you taking a break or something? Yeah, something like that. I had ramen for lunch, and now I'm just killing time. Let's talk, baby. So, you might already know this, but the other day, I overheard something at the office. They said Sakaki-san and Tono-san weren't always at each other's throats. They used to be good friends. It's always like this. It's always enemies to lovers. So I've heard. I don't know the details, but it was back when Kaga-san was around. And that big fight happened? I don't know the details, but it was back when Kaga-san was around. Then that big fight happened, and the two of them had a falling out. Always enemies to lovers, like I said. Honestly, I don't really get Tono-san, you know? He's smart and competent, but he never shows his hand, if you know what I mean.
どうすか?
He's scary and unapproachable. What do you think about him, Towa-san? Talk about it. You should play it off casually. The euphoria goes up anyway, but what kind of answer do I want to return? You know? Now let's just say it. You know, I don't think Igarashi gonna do anything bad with it. You know? I don't trust him at all. You don't either? Yeah, I had a feeling. I get so tense whenever he's around. Freaks me out. I still got some time. Think I'm gonna stay here a little longer. What about you? I'm just passing through. See you.
了解っす.
Roger that. See you again sometime. Feel better soon.
ダメっすよ.
Oh, Towa-san, let's keep that other conversation just between us. And please don't tell anyone I said anything. Don't worry. We can't be spreading rumors about gangsters in the wrong kind of vibes, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Alright. Thanks, bestie. He gonna be alright. He's like probably the lightest character, as in like lightest, like lighthearted. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't just say lighthearted, but he's probably the more. He seems the safest, which could also mean he's probably capable of being dangerous. But you know, we just let it go in nitro+chiral games, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go. This is Koho Street, the place that sees the most traffic in District D. While District B has all the most famous casinos and resorts, District D has its fair share of tourist attractions too. The countless neon signs serve as a hallmark of this lively district. So one foot in an alley, however, and you'll walk headfirst into the most dangerous and violent area in all of Shinkomi. If you want to survive in this part of town, you'll need to keep your wits about you. As I was walking down Koho Street, I spotted Mayu on the side of the road, talking to a woman in a flashy dress. It's always Mayu. It sounded like they were speaking a different language.
Ah, Towa da.
Towa. Gotta go. Li Jiang. Is it Li Jiang? I don't know Chinese. I'm sorry. The woman replied in Chinese, then walked off into the red light district.
Heck?
What happened, Towa? You hurt your leg. Yeah, it's a long story. Everyone's like concerned. You need to be more careful. You're always zoning out. Is that a friend of yours?
So,
Yeah, we grew up in the same town. When she needs to vent, I listen. Her job is very difficult with lots of problems. What's her give me the tea, what's her job? Say, Towa, are you free now? Oh, I'm free now. Casually decline. Let's. Man, these guys just don't care. Wait. I'm gonna say negative and see if he makes me do it anyway. Let's see.
Yeah.
No. Oh, dang it. Oh. We need words, Towa. Oh, Kotoro's calling. I better get back. See you around, Towa. Oh. Darn it. I want to go home and watch more Mood. Except me with games. Right now. Okay. We don't have anything here. Nothing here. What if I go anyway? Let's just go anyway. Let's just see. You know, let's just take a moment, breathe the fresh air, vibe, you know. This is Tad. This is Roost. This back alley bar can be found at the far end of Koho Street. It's where I usually go for a drink. At a glance, it looks like an ordinary building, and there's no sign out front, so the average person wouldn't realize it's a bar at all. The interior is furnished with artwork and decorations that the manager imports from overseas, affording the place its own special vibe. Because of that, the people who come here all have eccentric tastes. The regulars in particular are a bunch of quirky oddballs. This place never sees much activity, but personally, I enjoy the quiet, which is why I chose it as my favorite haunt. Okay, it's closed till 5, so there really is nothing. Okay, I thought it was trying to trick me, you know what I'm saying? There's no business here, nothing here. We already heal. Okay, oh, it tells me, okay. Nightlife, no business. Oh yeah, I already went here. Okay, so we'll go to Nightlife District and Tajima's and then call it a day. Call it a day. Oh, goodness. Pizza Knot. You think Pizza Knot tastes good? This is the Koho Street's red light district. Ooh, girl. Day and night, you see lots of people walking by. The street is packed full of seedy brothels on both sides, not to mention the nightclubs and bars. They'll have girls standing out front in broad daylight, exhorting the passers-by with seductive invitations. Most of the establishments on this street are operated by the Takasato Gumi. It's harder to find a place the Yakuza haven't touched. Most offer services that mainland Japan would consider illegal. Plenty of tourists come to Shinkomi for that very reason. This is the main axis of the city's sex tourism.
Eh?
Oh, who's this? This is Ray. It's Ray. I just hear, huh? And I'm like, hey. Okay, let's talk. He'll give me some words. Like, what are you doing here? I mean, what about your leg? You're not pushing yourself, are you? I'm fine. But seriously though, what's up? You're not spying on a shady business, are you? And if I am? Liar, liar, pants on fire! There's... His dialogue is so funny. There's no way you would do that. You're just wandering around and looking for hookups like usual, aren't you? I've got your number, mister.
Ne.
It's like my parent. Oh, that reminds me. Say, can I ask you, like, a pretty serious question? Are you really only interested in hooking up? You've never had a sip. Ray, this is not the time. I'm investigating this weird doctor guy, and he's giving me a lot of anxiety because I don't know what's gonna happen in this situation. I'm a little afraid, and I don't really want to talk to you about this. You know, this later, you know, chapter, I guess 4 is better, but you know, I have fear. Okay, this is not yet. You know, you could ask me like last chapter or something. I don't know, but this is not the time. But go ahead, whatever. What's your question? You've never had a serious relationship or anything like that? Dodge the question. Let's answer. Ooh. Do I want his euphoria down though? Nah, let's lift it up. Let's go up. Let's go up.
Yeah.
No. So I'm pretty sure about that. I guess you have like zero intention of ever settling down with someone, huh? Correct. You aren't interested in romance?
ないな。
I've never sought it out.
教えてよ。
Really? Is that how you really feel? Ooh? Yeah, we got it, we got it, we got it. We got you, we got you. Why would I lie to you? Good point, I guess. You always stick to your guns, don't you?
行くわね。
Well, I should probably get going. I'm in the middle of shopping. Sorry for holding you up. Alright. Okay. Yes, that's a good one. Take care of that leg. Ooh, that's a good... Okay, that's a good one. We'll need that for sure. Okay, so this is where we're at. We don't need to go here. Okay, one more. And then back to Towa's... Towa's house. Oh, it's you. Yes, it's me.
どうも。
You seem well. What about you? Got yourself hurt? That's what happens when you don't put any effort into your lifestyle. Can't argue with that. Be more careful from now on. By the way, have you been watching TV lately? No. Shinkomi has been negotiating more with the mainland, trying to decide whether to merge with it or maintain the status quo.
へえ。
Interesting. Originally, Shinkomi was designated as a special administrative region of Japan, but there's a lot of opposition to it. Some want the city to rejoin mainland Japan, and others want it to maintain its independence. These two groups have been at war for years. Supposedly, the mainland's worried about the crime or what have you, but I reckon they're more interested in what little profit is left to be made here. What do you think? Well, let's talk about it. Hurry up. Yeah, let's respond the replay. Let's respond.
いいんじゃない
Serious.
か。
I like my life in Shinkomi. It shouldn't change. Everybody feels that way once they get acclimated. All I can say is this: when it comes to the men in charge, both here and on the mainland. Ooh. No matter how they sugarcoat they're all the same. She knows. Oba-chan knows. They're all the same. Oh no, but that's not a good sign. Amen to that. So, what are you buying? What am I buying? You're always buying candy, cigarettes, aren't you? Plus this and this. It'll be 400 yen.
これは
Keep the change. You give me 1,000 yen bill and tell me to keep the change. Fine then. I happily accept. Be well. Oh, be well. Come back soon. Yeah, come back soon so you can give her. What is it? So you can give her cash and not ask for the change back. Okay, we're Gucci Lucci. Oh goodness. Alright. Alright, we're goo. We're goo goo. Goo goo goo. And exploration. Oh goodness. Exploration over. Slow down. No, I'm just joking. Alright. Mercy. I dragged my leg back to the apartment, where I sank down onto the sofa. As I listened to the drone of the TV, I thought about Asakura. While I was curious about what I learned from Taku, it was still too early to tell how this was going to pan out. I'm afraid, honestly. Slow damage. I have fear, so I'll just put that out there. That night, when I arrived at Roost, I found Kotaro, Mayu, and Eiji sitting at a table.
Towa.
Oh, here they are.
足引きずってませんか？怪我した？
Mayu just saw me. They all called out to me as I entered. I walked over and sat down in an empty chair at their table. Ray was working that night. Naturally, the worrywart flew straight over.
トワ、足の調子は？
まあまあ
It's fine.
無理はしないでよ。注文どうする？
What will we have, Tony?
任せる
Surprise.
わ
Why
かっ
am
た
I
わ。
not surprised? Got it, got it. He nodded and headed off to the counter. Generally speaking, I was willing to drink anything as long as it was alcoholic, but the manager knew my preferences, so I usually just let him choose for me. I reached into my coat pocket, grabbed my smokes and my lighter, and set them on the table.
なんだよその足。喧嘩か？
Did I get into a fight?
襲われた
誰に？どこで？
By where? Who and where?
ガキを追いかけ回す 大人げない連中。
Oh boy.
うわ災難でしたね。巻き込まれちゃったんですね。
It was a mess. It was a mess. Eiji had taken out his toolkit and was tinkering with a small black box on the table.
なんだそれ。
What's that? That's what I
あ、
want.
これですか。プラスチック爆弾です。最新式の。
Work.
今ちょっと流行ってるやつなんで作ってみたんですけど、気に入らないところがあって調整しようかなと。
Okay. He smiled brightly as he continued his explanation.
バカ、やめろってさっきも言っただろ。
Ooh.
爆発したらどうす
He
んだ
right.
よ。
He right down.
しないですよ。そんなヘマしません。何しろ
I'm
爆
a
弾
bomb
愛好家ですから
aficionado. Have mercy.
オタクだろ。
You mean a bomb?
愛好家です。
Aficionado.
この程度の爆弾なら全然大した威力。
どの程度なわけよ。
How much is not? Yeah, exactly. How much is
多
not
分
much?
テーブルとかカウンターが吹っ飛ぶくら
Oh
いです。
boy.
よくわかんないけど十分やばいね。っていうか、まだまだ取りだめしてるアニメあるのに今死にたくないよ。
Mayu is like a full mood. You know what I'm saying?
タグ、お前もお前で理由がどうしようもねえな。これだからオタクはよ。
Kotaro's like, what? Why they put me in this group? Kotaro folded his arms and scoffed. But Mayu paid him no mind. He kept dipping his lollipop into his booze and putting it in his mouth. As I was smoking a cigarette, Ray came over and placed my drink on the table.
これマスターのおごりだって。お見舞い代わりに。
Okay. Whatever you say. I looked over at the counter. The manager nodded at me, smiling. I raised my glass and toast to him.
にしてもよ、トアは怪我しても楽だよな。なんだって病院で働いてんだから。
Ah, very funny.
ああ、そうね。毎日見てもらえるね。
These guys want to get whooped.
あれでもトワさん、確か鷹の口院に救急搬送されたんですよね。
Yes, I was. Eiji stopped tinkering and looked up at me in surprise, considering he often boasted about his intel gathering skills. I didn't bother asking how he knew.
じゃあ逆にめんどくさいね。わざわざ違う病院に通うの。
そういえば鷹の口院って。
Oh. Eiji paused, tilting his head in contemplation.
どうした？
What is it? Give me the tea.
たまにこの店に鷹の口院の先生が来てたなって思って。
Give me the tea. Give me the tea.
そうなの？
Come on, come on.
よく知ってるな。
At this, he donned a smug smirk.
そりゃもう情報なら任せてください。ってトワさんも知ってたんですか？
Did I know? Yeah, of course.
朝倉だろ。
そうですそうです。ちょっとお堅い感じの。
へえ、そうなの。
Mayu seemed mildly intrigued. He pulled his lollipop out of his mouth.
だいたいカウンターの端っこに座ってますけど、ビシッとしたスーツ姿で来るから目立つんですよ。そんな格好の人、この店にはあんまり来ないじゃないですか。それで気になって調べてみたら鷹の口院の先生だって分かってびっくりしたんですよね。
Oh, girl.
医者がこんな店に来るってことはよ、なんか危ない趣味持ってんじゃねえ
Oh
の？
no. No.
どうも前に働いていた病院で子供絡みの事件を起こしたみたいで。
何やらかした？
No.
昔は朝倉先生って小児科医だったらしいんですけど、当時の患者だった男の子みたいな。
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
そういう趣味か。
結局証拠らしい証拠はなかったみたいですけどね。噂に尾ひれがつきまくるってことよくあるじゃないですか。それで評判が悪くなって新興見へ引っ越してきたみたいですよ。
So wait, was he framed? Or is it for real? The anxiety is
訳
real.
ありで外から新興見へ来る人なんて山のようにいるよ。
Indeed.
まあ実際子供たちは朝倉先生にすごく懐くらしいです。
Oh boy.
子供に好かれすぎてあらぬ誤解を招いたのか、それとも手なずけるのがうまいだけなのかはわかりませんけど。
Who's to say? Who's to say? Frowning, Kotaro waved a dismissive hand.
ガキね。ガキなんざめんどくせえだけじゃねえか。すぐどっか行きやがるし、ビービーなくしよ。
Please, please, I'm begging.
小太郎、昔から子供嫌いだよね。
Honestly understandable.
俺だけじゃねえぞ。子持ちの嬢がいる店の連中も
Oh
よく
no,
そういうこと言ってるぜ。
the MILF.
まあや、お前はどうなんだよ。
Not the MILFs.
俺は二次元にしか興味ないね。
Mood. Mega mood. With a dopey grin, Mayu wriggled his lollipop.
言ってろ、オタク。んで、その子供好きの先生様、
No,
こんな店に来て何してんだ？
Looking
どうして
for
も探してんの
buddies.
か？
No, no, no.
さあ、来てもそわそわしてすぐ帰っちゃうんですよね。店に入っては見るけど、長居するほどの勇気はないってところなんじゃないですか？
Interesting. As they talked, I remembered hearing about a child brothel somewhere in the vicinity. Maybe Asakura kept coming to Roost by mistake.
この辺りになかったか、そういう店が。
ああ、あるある。俺も聞いたことあるよ。
トワさんはともかく、マユさんまでよく知ってますね。
No.
その手の友達がいるからたまに聞くんだよ。
そこ、割と本格的かつ慎重なお店らしくて、子供に万が一のことがあった時のために医
They
者が
keep a
待機してる
doctor
ら
on
し
the
いですよ。
premises. Oh.
んじゃ、こっちよりそっち行った方が確実じゃねえか。むしろ
Oh?
その待機してる
That's what I
シ
was
ャッテル
thinking,
が先生さん
Kotaro.
だったりしてね。
その可能性ある。
Oh boy. Mayu let out a high-pitched cackle like it was the funniest thing he'd ever heard. So far, this was all in line with what Taku told me. Oh boy. Stress. Stress is real. The checkered past of a doctor beloved by children. What would bring him to Roost? It was possible he only came here because he was too afraid to go to the place he was actually looking for.
エイジ、それ調べられないか？
Oh no. No.
朝倉がその店に出入りしてるかどうか。
あ、はい、いいですけど、気になるんですか？
Can I move on to the next guy?
ちょっとな。
Reason. Okay.
な
Whatever
ん
you
だ
say.
よと。お前が医者に興味持つなんて珍し
He
い
lives
じゃねえ
with
か。
he lives with one technically, sort of, kind of.
この店に来る医者。
I only care because he comes here. What a lie.
まあどう考えても普通じゃないね。
Yeah, no one on this island is normal apparently. Maybe if I kept digging, I'd find something interesting. No. No. As my curiosity grew, I grabbed my glass and downed my drink. Slow down. Sorry. I drank at Roost until they closed, then stumbled home to the clinic. Back at my apartment, I switched the TV on, then flopped down on the sofa with my coat still on. Pulled out my phone and checked my notifs. A few missed calls and 2 emails. The missed calls in one of the emails were from Ikuina Takashi. In his email, he wrote that as much as he'd love to be my art model again, he didn't want to be too dependent on me, so he was searching for like-minded people. Every now and then, former models would try to get in touch with me after I granted their wishes. I never painted the same person twice. Humans were greedy creatures. For some, no amount of satisfaction was ever truly enough. It was like sex or drugs, chasing the same highs over and over just to numb your brain. I had no interest in that. What I sought was the precise moment when a dark dream came true for the first time. I wasn't interested in painting the same person over and over. Once was enough. but Ikuina seemed to recognize that he couldn't become dependent on me, so I was optimistic that he would let go. Either way, I never responded to these follow-up messages. With a small sigh, I closed the email from Ikuina and opened the other one. Another short poem with nothing else written inside. This was now, what? The 4th time? Ooh. With each passing day, my twisted desires grow stronger and harder to suppress. Heavenly Father, I beseech you, grant salvation to your lowly servant, and permit me to kiss your feet. I beg of you, send me an angel, your divine messenger. Once again, more blind religious zeal. Judging from the way they described themselves as a servant to their heavenly Father, they were clearly pretty devout. Then the charity event came to mind. Someone who wanted salvation, better off praying at a church instead of Euphoria's inbox. I tossed my phone onto the coffee table and grabbed a blister pack of sleeping pills. I popped 2 in my mouth, then washed them down with a lukewarm swig from the floor bottle, just like always. Then I slowly closed my eye. Me too, fam. Slow damage. Hey, Towa, wake up! The next morning, Taku shook me awake and drove me to the charity event. Today, he'd actually overslept for once, so when he came to get me, he was rougher than usual.
最近忙しいからな。
I mean, same, but, you know, whatever. Muttering under his breath, he drove at the maximum speed limit. The maximum. Okay, sorry. And we arrived at the church 20 minutes later. Ooh, okay, here we are. It was formerly known as the Shinkomi Cathedral, but most called it the church. It was located in an upscale neighborhood on the outskirts of District C. After we came to a stop in the parking lot, Taku got out and helped me out of the car. The ground was wet and the air was humid. It must have rained at some point early in the morning. Ooh, that produce looks real fresh. Sorry. Across the river, we could see District D. Ironically, this was the only remaining connection between the upper and lower classes. The charity event was basically a flea market where the church took donated goods and sold them. There were food and drink stands and even a gospel choir performance. All proceeds were donated to the local welfare facilities. A row of portable canopies had been set up out front, with tables full of wares beneath them. Crowds of adults and children alike swarmed around. Apparently, Murase Clinic had volunteered to help run the event. As Taku led me along, I spotted a man in a suit just ahead. Oh, here we go. Might be the bestie. It was Tono. 2 of his goons trailed after. Okay. Not who we thought. I felt Taku stiffen up.
Yeah,
Hey, bestie. Hello there. Tono's sharp eyes pierced each of us in turn. His lips were smiling, but the rest of him wasn't. Yeah, I know that feeling, you know?
村瀬先生じゃないですか。それにトワも。怪我したのか?
Back up. He spoke in an almost theatrical voice as his gaze drifted down my leg.
まさかお前がチャリティーに参加するとはな。
Very true. At this, Tono let out a dry laugh.
するさ、もちろん。こういうイベントは大事だろう?
I'm sure.
お前こそ偽善が板についてるよ。
Calm down. You don't gotta say it like that, okay? You wanna start a fight, okay? You know, it's my off time. You know, you gotta calm down. Just because you're a gangster, you know, you can say whatever you want now. And with that passive-aggressive comment, Tono started walking like he had already stopped caring.
じゃあな。
Okay, see you later. Don't talk to me. Don't call back. Taku stared after Tono and his goons with a pained grimace on his face.
Taku, Towa.
Oh, thank goodness, it's the homie. Okay. Bless. At the sound of my name, I looked over my shoulder and saw Ray striding towards us.
Oh.
Hey! A relieved smile rose up on Taku's face.
こんなところにいたのね。探しちゃったわ。さあ、行きましょう。ああ、トワはゆっくりでいいからね。
Excuse me. Calm down. Calm down. The two of them started walking and I hobbled along after them. We progressed through the rows of identical tables until we finally came to a stop. Partway in.
ここが今日うちで担当するスペースね。
This is the oh boy, here we go. The table was lined with small appliances, daily necessities, and 3 folding chairs. Oh wow, really do just BS. Is that SBS? You get like Korean products?
トワ、座れる？
Sorry, I'm just kidding. Oh, I hate it here. I can sit. I walked up to the chair and slowly lowered myself onto it. Then Taku and Ray got everything set up, and our peaceful, read boring day at the charity event began. Towa's a mood. Visitors of all ages passed by, from groups of older ladies to families with kids to young women browsing alone. We actually sold a fair amount of stuff, and our stock was slowly dwindling. I was so bored, I started craving nicotine. But when I took out my cigarettes, Taku scowled at me.
ここではダメだ。喫煙スペースがあるだろう。
Okay. Then we go into the smoking area. Reluctantly, I started to rise from my chair. Just then, a strong impact knocked me off balance and my body pitched sideways. Not like this.
危ない。
Taku and Ray both reached out to me, but it was someone else who caught me. Oh, oh boy, here we go. The two of them stared in shock at me. Or more accurately, the person directly behind me. I cannot. What in the world? I followed their gazes to find Asakura standing there, his face inches from my. Oh, this is the BL chapter. I'm so sorry. Hey, I still have fear. No, I hate it here. He looked at me sharply, then crouched down. A young boy was clinging to his legs, staring awkwardly at the ground. Evidently, he was the one who bumped into me.
あの子。
It's him. Oh gosh, not the children again. Ray murmured under his breath.
ハヤトくん、ちゃんと周りを見て歩かないとダメだよ。
Oh boy.
ハヤトくんがぶつかっちゃったから、この怪我をしているお兄さんが転びそうになったんだ。
I have fear. I want to be like, oh, he's so nice, and now I'm just like, I have fear.
お兄さんにちゃんと謝ろうか。
Asakura gently chided the boy until he timidly looked up at me. That was when I saw the dark purple bruise on his face. No chance he got that from the collision with me.
ごめんなさい。
Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, he definitely has not the nicest parents, I'm assuming. Or caretaker, excuse me. He bowed his head in apology. With a soft smile, Asakura stroked his hair. Hayato looked up at him and gleefully leapt into his arms. Hayato. Uh-oh.
Asakura sensei.
No. Oh no, I have fear. Taku greeted the man stiffly. Asakura's eyes widened slightly. A moment later, he furrowed his brow.
村瀬。
Uh-oh, not like this. Hayato seemed to sense the tension because he hid behind Asakura in fear.
お久しぶりです。今は鷹の口医院にいらしてるそうですね。
Yes, indeed, Roo. That's where we went to see you.
村瀬クリニックか。
Oh no.
もしかしたらそうじゃないかとは思っていたが、
Have mercy
本
on me.
当に君だったんだな。
I mean, who else was it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Had to turn on my fan.
ええ。 ところで、
Oh no.
朝倉先生は
Please don't make it weird. Taku paused to glance down at Hayato, hiding in Asakura's shadow.
なんだ
What? I'm like... Asakura spoke in a defensive tone. Taku shook his head.
何も。
Okay. I want to know what's up with the homie because I'm stressed out. I'm sure you guys watching are stressed out too if you haven't played this game yet. I'm just like, I have fear. Asakura glared at Taku, then looked at me next to him.
君は村瀬君の知り合いだったのか
Oh, we know each other, alright.
クリニックのスタッフだよ。
Sure. We'll be saying something different a few chapters later.
スタッフ働いてるのかそれなら今後は村瀬君に見てもらった方がいい
Ooh. Okay, calm down.
では失礼する
Calm down. He's not happy. He sneered coldly, then put a protective arm around Hayato's shoulders and walked off. Ahead of them, a woman came running in their direction. Was she Hayato's mother? Even at a distance, I could tell she was young and wearing flashy clothes. Silently, Taku watched Asakura with a hard look on his face.
ねえ、あの子、この間、私が追いかけた子じゃない？
Ooh, boy. That's not good. Oh no. Ray whispered to me, his eyes fixed on Hayato.
あの時は暗かったから顔がよく見えなかったんだけど、似てる気がするわ。
Oh no. Oh no.
そうかもな。
Oh no. I hadn't cared enough to pay attention, but he sure acted like the same kid.
それに、あの顔のあざ。
Ray, don't act like you don't know. Don't act
転んでどこかにぶつけたのかしら。
You know, we can assume. Ray seemed to suspect that something else had caused it.
虐待の可能性か。
I mean, you don't really like fall on your. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's like when characters in, you know, manga series or, you know, they end up like beat up, and then they tell everybody later. It's like, oh, I just fell down the stairs, and I'm like, you fell down the stairs like only on your face, like, you know, and you're just like, oh, and then you stress out for like 80 chapters. Because you're just like, oh, please.
可能性の一つとしてね。
It's a possibility. It is a possibility. In this game, absolutely. No. I didn't have a response, so I shrugged vaguely. Taku's expression was still stiff, and he looked like he was thinking hard.
朝倉とは親しかったのか？
Were you close with... I mean, maybe. At my question, he looked up. He had mentioned that Asakura was his senpai at college, but it seemed like there was more to the story. Oh no, there's more to the story! Frowning awkwardly, he rubbed his back of his hand. Oh, the back of his hand, sorry.
親しいというわけじゃないが、大学も研修先も同じだったな。
でもなんだかあんまり仲がいいって感じではなかったわね。
They don't seem too fresh, you know.
あの人の子供好きは少なくとも大学時代から続いてるんだ。
Oof.
だから。
Wow. Here we are. Here we are, all on Shinkomi Island, baby. Oh no. He spoke vaguely, like he didn't want to get into it. I thought back to the conversation I'd had with Kotaro and the gang. A child brothel where they kept a doctor on hand for emergencies. Personally, I never... I didn't think you did, Towa. I didn't think you did. But at the same time, the thought of a place where kids were used as sex toys made me viscerally uncomfortable. I didn't understand why I felt so intensely about it. Oh no. Is that foreshadowing? Ooh! I could feel a weight on my chest, suffocating me. Was Asakura really a... I mean, is he? No, he couldn't be. Somehow, it didn't feel like the right answer. I didn't have any proof. It was just my gut instinct. Please let, please, I don't, please let the gut instinct be true. Like, please, Towa, me and Towa are like, don't seem right. Please, please let him just be the doctor, like, on stage. Me crying in the club. To take my mind off things, I looked up at the steeple piercing the clear blue sky. Ugh. I kind of want to go back to Ikuina. At least he was just slightly weird. You know, he was also an artiste, you know. I'm sorry, I can't. By the time the charity event ended, the sun had started to set. Taku and Ray had got home, while I chose to stay behind. We're gonna run into the doctor? Yeah. Reason being, I wanted to check out the inside of the cathedral. I had never cared much about the church before. Perhaps it was a whim inspired by those religious poems. As volunteers milled about, cleaning up after the event, I walked up to the doors and stopped short. Next to the door was a bulletin board covered in flyers and Bible verses. Oh boy, here we go. I peeked inside and saw a large crucifix hanging on the far wall directly opposite of the doors. A handful of people were sitting in the perfectly symmetrical pews. It felt especially dark in there, possibly because the sun hadn't completely set outside. A gust of warm air brushed my cheek, and I hesitated to enter. Most people felt at peace in these quiet places, but I couldn't stand them. My rational side didn't see what difference it would make to pray here versus anywhere else.
中に入らないんですか?
Oh? Hello? Oh, not a nun. Oh no, not the nun. No. I have fear. not towards the nun. Just this chapter is putting me through it. It's putting me. I'm like, oh no, the foreshadowing and implications. I'm like, oh no. Where are we heading here? A voice called out from behind me. I turned to find a nun standing there, wearing a habit and a smile.
初めていらしたのかしら?
This is your first time? I don't know, Towa. You tell me.
まあ
I guess. I guess.
遠慮せずどうぞ.
Go. Okay. We'll go in. The nun said we go in. Okay. At her insistence, I walked in. Over time, my eye adapted to the dark interior, and I started to notice little details. Not everyone seated in the pews was praying. Some were just... Hold on. I've got to try. Some were just staring into space. There was even a homeless guy conked out. Yeah, sounds about right.
こんな時代だからか、祈りを捧げに来られる方は意外と多いんですよ。
I don't know, homeboy over there sleeping. Like, you know, no, not to offend you, sister, but you know, just putting it out there. The nun walked up beside me.
それから懺悔をしたいという方もいらっしゃいます。皆さん救いを求めて許されたいと思っているのでしょうね。
As they do. Half listening, I looked at the painting on the wall. Ah, yes. This painting. Yes, I see. The painting depicted dozens of angels flying through the sky. Angels. The poem flashed through my mind. Oh, yes, I forgot about you. I beg of you, send me an angel, your divine messenger.
あの絵、気になります?
A little bit, sister. A little bit. The voice snapped me back to reality. Beside me, the nun gazed up at the painting with an amiable smile.
とっても綺麗な絵ですよね。天使たちも可愛らしく描かれていて。
Because the biblical ones are, well, you know. The biblically accurate ones.
有名な作品というわけではないんですけど、気に入られる方が多いんです。
I mean, it's good. I mean, there's
毎日のように
1, 2,
この絵を
3,
見るために
4,
足を
5,
運ばれる方がいらっしゃって。
6, 7, 8. Oh, I miscounted. Hold on. 1, 2. I was counting all the ones squished at the top. That's why. Anyway, that's besides the point. Ooh, which person? Doctor?
毎日
Oh gosh, not the doctor. I'm going through it. The game is putting me through it. It's making me like, he's probably not. And it's like, but also, he's probably not, but also, I'm like, please, please. I need to get out of this chapter. I'm so stressed.
はい。聖堂を閉める時間の午後5時前に駆け込んでいらして、5分でいいから見たいとおっしゃられて。
I have more fear.
この絵を見ると、心が安らぐんだそうです。
Okay. Interesting. Frankly, the painting didn't seem all that special to me, but different strokes for different folks. I got the sense that this nun was going to hover over me the entire time, so I inclined my head and hurried out. Outside, the sun had set, and the sky had darkened to a navy blue. The heat that had enveloped my body swiftly evaporated in the night air, and my breaths turned white. Compared to the gentle warmth the biting cold put me at ease. And so, I thought back to the soothing painting. I slowly headed home to the clinic. Slow damage. Yeah, I got it. Slow damage. I'm getting better at this. The next day, in exchange for having participated in the charity event on Sunday, Taku decided to close the clinic on Monday as a replacement day off. I woke up in the afternoon, then dragged my sprained ankle to Takanokuchi medical office for my appointment. Here we are again, baby. After I checked in, I went and sat down in a vacant chair. Once again, the waiting room was full of mothers and children. Business was booming. After about an hour, my name was called, and I headed to the exam room. Oh gosh, this doctor is like, he's like, get out. Yep, I'm here. I'm back, baby. As soon as I entered, Asakura glared daggers at me. Well, you see. As I sat down on the chair, I smiled faintly. Is it about time? Is it? He snorted at my pointed question.
患者として来た以上、拒否はしない。
And I am here as a patient.
なら、患者として聞きたいことがある。
Oh boy, here we go.
なんだ?
What is it?
先生を信頼するためにも、いろいろと教えてほしいんだよ。いろいろ。
That's right, let's go, Towa. He frowned at the implication of my statement.
君は一体何が目的なんだ?
What's your angle? Well.
先生のことが知りたいだけだよ。
Please, I need to get out of this chapter.
それなら帰ってくれ。
I'm so stressed. I was less stressed with you, Queen. Oh no. Okay. Even though technically in this chapter we're the ones like constantly bothering Asakura, and Ikuina was the one quotation marks bothering us last chapter, but Ikuina was just like, you know, he was kiddie stuff. No pun intended. But Asakura here, what he's dealing with is a lot of layers. You know, it's a lot. Oh wait, there's a screen. The screen just put color in. Okay.
高野口医院の先生がルーストに通ってるって噂が広まってもいいのか?
Oh, Towa said, I got some goods too. Instantly, his face twisted in fury. Oh my.
君は.
Oh, Kimi. I was sorry. Sorry, wrong word. Wrong word. Kimi. Ooh. Oh.
さてと。何から話そうか、先生。
Let's go! Come on, sensei!
君に話すことなどない。
Ooh, okay. Ooh. We're here, baby. Alright, let's go. Come on, Euphoria! I am afraid. Oh, I am afraid. Oh, no. Not target.
No.
Ooh. I don't know about that, Towa. I think you do. I think you very much do.
それで。
Yeah, how long have you lived in Shinkomi? Okay. Let's observe. Let's observe.
ポジティブ。
His guard is so high. Come on, I want to know more about you. Just tell me. I refuse. Oh. Okay, is that okay? Unfortunately, we really do, because he is so like walled up, unlike Ikuina, who's just insanely anxiety ridden because he's buck wild. So let's try this one. I feel like this one's too aggressive. It's like, I know that you got something going on, but this is like, no, you and I, we're like, we got the vibes. So let's hope that's good. We're the same, you and me. Oh, you know what? I really should have saved. Can I save now? Hold on. Okay, let me also save here. Just in case, you know? I don't want to do all that again, you know? Okay, back to it. Okay. Yeah, we're the same, you and me. Ah, darn. Okay. It's supposed to be a joke. Okay. Okay, let's press some more then, you know?
Yosh.
Ooh! This is good. Do you have a secret? Something you can't tell anyone? It's not a secret, I just don't want to tell it. No. Please.
なるほど。
Let's change the subject. You seem pretty popular with kids.
何なんだ?
What's wrong with that? A lot of things. Provoke him. I don't know. Making him angry is a good idea, though. So let's just keep going this way. I'm interested. Teach me how to. Okay. Ah, darn. Okay. Wait. Am I? I'll just keep doing it.
いいんだ。
Everybody has one or two secrets they can't tell anyone
そ
about,
れは
right? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna. Okay. Yeah. Let's. Okay. Let's try. Let's just try. I can't tell how you really
そ
feel.
うだな。
Dang it!
次は
Why are you only working part-time?
それが聞きたいことなのか?
I mean, if I ask anything else, you're gonna be very upset. So, provoke him. Let's play.
ポジティブ。
Because he's this guy's really difficult. Hold on. I mean, the kids would be happy if you were available more often, right?
個人的な理由だ。
Ooh, okay. Why is he working only part-time? I mean, you're on Shinkomi. You know, you're on Shinkomi Island. Seems like he's growing
そ
unstable.
れから
Any plans to return to the
ないな。
mainland? I haven't really thought about it. Okay, he's unstable. Let's scoot a
ポ
little.
ジティブに。
He's getting a little upset. Well, I guess if you're doing well for yourself. Oh, for yourself here, there's no real need to ever go back. If he's accused, like an accused offender, I don't think he would want to go back because he can't work, you know? So why would he go back? You know what I'm saying? So, but I know this is all for the interrogation. But I'm just saying, you know.
そうだ。
Yes, exactly. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't feel saying nothing is good here because it's so hard to get him to answer, you know?
無駄だな。何が言いたい?
What are you trying to say?
この傷跡を
This scar? Ooh, okay. Well,
ハヤト。ハヤトのことをどう思ってる？
that's not the right one.
君には関係ない。
None of your business. There's definitely more to it.
この傷跡。
Okay. I don't know, do I have to be aggressive with it? Like, I don't know. Well, if I mess up, we'll do it again.
過ぎた子供好きの噂。過ぎた子供好きの噂を聞いた。
I didn't get it right.
くだらない噂話に興味はない。
Okay. Ugh. That was probably enough. I lost interest and decided to cut things short. Okay. Yeah, we did not. We did not. Okay, what?
さてと、何から話そうか。
Let's continue.
君に話。
Okay, so I actually did pretty well because I got to the first point. So if it's not Hayato and the other one, I should do... Maybe I should talk about school then. Right? Ah, no, we'll figure it out.
それで。
we'll figure it out. So I did...
ポジティブに。
This,
聞かせてくれ。
He's really difficult. Okay. Maybe I don't need to say this one. Maybe I can just say this one, right? Save ourselves some time. And then we don't have to say... No, let's go. Yeah, let's keep going.
なあ、まったく。
And then, okay, so we'll fill the hourglass.
何なんだ?
Let's...
ポジティブ。
Okay.
興味がある。
It should get me to the same place, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll do this again. Okay, so...
いいんだ。それは。
Okay,
うん、そうだ。
Sounds good.
次は。それが聞きたいこ。
Okay, and then we'll do...
ポジティブに。
We'll go positive.
なら。個人的。
Okay. Ooh, okay.
それから。
Interesting. What did I click? That was different.
ないな。
I haven't really thought about it. Okay. Then we'll back off a T. Let's do the back up a little.
そうだ。
Okay. The same. Okay, that's what we did last time, so let's do that one.
無駄だな。何が言いたい?
Okay. And then...
この傷跡。
Ah, here we go. Okay. So, let's do... Let's do this. Ah!
タクと同じだよ。
Got it! Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Since Taku won't tell me nothing.
タクと同じ大学だったんだろ。だったらなんだと言うんだ? 仲が悪そうに見えるけど、何かあったのか?
Give me the tea. I want the tea!
別に、仲が悪いわけではない。
Uh-oh. But...
ただ、
But what happened? Give me the tea. Ooh. Okay. Okay, we're done. Okay.
まだ聞きたいことがある。もういいだろう。
What more do you need? Well.
聞かせてくれ。
Yeah.
それは
For a change of pace. I think we should start
ネガティブに。
provoking, right?
へ
Yes, okay. I'm just not used to it. Okay.
え。な
Don't you ever get tired of being on edge? Yeah, I was gonna say. Whose fault? Don't blame me, okay? Press him, play along. Should I? Okay,
あ。
let's.
ネガティブ。
Because I feel if he's too calm, Towa's gonna get bored. So you're a completely different person when kids are around, huh? What's the harm in being kind to children? Let me see. Maybe this will upset him. Hold on. Please. Okay. How? Ooh, okay, let's try it. Let's try. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. You're not like this when kids are around. Is this closer to how you really feel on the inside? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. I might have gone too far. He's getting unstable.
それで
What relationship do you have? Here we go, here we go. I've been asked to look after him. Question him. Oh, do I need to push down? Okay. Why not? Let's give it a try.
本当か
Is that true? Looked like there was more to it than just that. What are you trying to say? Ooh, he's kinda.
傷跡
Well, we're already asking about Hayato, though. Okay. Oh, yes!
過去の事件
Let's go! I got it, I got it. Ah! Let's go.
過去にいろいろあったって聞いたんだけど
Is that why you
その
came
せ
to
いで新興海に来たんだって
Oh!
誰から聞いた
Okay, 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 okay.
情報通ってのはどこにでもいるもんだろ君には関係ないもういいか
Ugh.
いい加減にしてくれないか待ったまだだ
Just a little more. Oh my gosh, he is going to beat you up. Got it, got it. He's gonna beat you up, Towa.
医者としての腕はいいってタクから聞いたなのになんでこの町に来たんだそれを君に話す必要はあるのか知りたいから聞いてる
Mood me, cause I wanna know.
ノーコメントだじゃあ質問を変えるさっきの続きだ
But
その話
well,
を
I
蒸し
wanna
返すのか
know. Why he acting like he's surprised? Well, I'm curious. Mood. Hint of hesitation crept up on Asakura's hard expression, and he lowered his gaze to the floor.
村瀬も新興味にいるとは思わなかった
Ooh. His lips twisted in a sardonic smirk.
大学時代からしてまともな医者になれるとは思ってなかった
He said he read
どういう意味だ
he read Taku for that, man. Okay.
知らないのか
Don't I know? What don't I know? He quirked a brow in contempt.
あいつは成績が悪いわけではなかったが
Oh.
そこがとんでもなく悪かったんだ
Oh?
不愛想で人に対する態度も乱暴でな誰も友人になろうなんて思わなかったし近づきもしなかった
Oh. Asakura said, I have something for you. Ooh, he gave me the juice. Okay.
酒とタバコは当たり前で手術室に持ち込もうとすることすらあった 薬物をやっているなんて噂もあったな。
Asakura said, if he's got something to say about me, I got something to say about him too.
それがまさか開業しているなんて驚いたよ。
Ooh, Lord have mercy. I had never heard the details of Taku's past before.
今は患者からそれなりに人気もあるみたいだけど。
It's true. It's true. Asakura scoffed.
君が村瀬からどんな話を吹き込まれたのかは知らないが、
Oh, girl.
私の知る限りでは最低の男だった。
Asakura came to fight. Asakura came to fight.
そんな人間にとやかく言われる筋合いはない。
My lord. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay.
君も同じだ。詮索が目的なら。
Oh, don't worry. He's not here to snoop. He's not gonna tell you nothing. Don't worry. He glared at me as he spoke. Asakura was only doubling down harder and harder. So I decided not to waste any more of my time and slowly rose to my feet. He turned his head as if to avoid looking at me for a moment longer.
あんたは同志を求めてあの店に行くんだろう。あそこはどんな人間でも受け入れる場所だ。
You tell him. You tell him, Towa.
ただし、自分を隠さずにさらけ出したやつを。
You tell him, baby. I looked at his face, frozen in profile like a statue. Then something else caught my attention. I could see what looked like silver rods peeking out from the side of his desk. What the heck is that? They look like glasses, but... No, please. At first, I thought maybe they were some sort of medical tool. I had never seen anything like them at our clinic. Then my interest faded, and I left the exam room. I am afraid. I have fear. Also, if he has something like sus like that, like what the heck? On my way home from Takanokuchi Medical Office, I walked past the park and caught sight of a familiar figure. It was Taku, crouching down in the sandbox. What was he doing? Then I saw a little boy next to... Not the children. Was that Hayato? Taku must have sensed my gaze because he looked over his shoulder at me, then bolted upright and started walking. Oh?
Towa じゃないか。どうしたんだ?
Why are you acting sus? Hey there, Towa.
そっちこそなんで公園にいるんだよ。
Yeah, what are you doing here?
池山さんに誘われて昼食をご馳走になった帰りだ。公園を通ったら、あの子が一人で遊んでたから。
Hey. Interesting. Ooh. As we talked, Taku looked back at Hayato in the sandbox.
あの子、昨日のチャリティーイベントでお前にぶつかってきた子だろ。ハヤト君と言うんだが、どうにも寂しそうに見えた。どうも家庭環境が良くないようだ。母親がほとんど家にいなくて、いつも一人だと言っていた。
Oh boy.
だからよく高野口院にも遊びに行くみたいだな。朝倉先生もそのことを分かってるんだろう。学校にもあまり行ってないらしい。
Well, he can't really go to school when his eyes like that. You know, kids suck sometimes. Taku's expression hardened.
昨日チャリティーイベントで見た時から気になってたんだが、あの子顔にあざが。
Well, yeah, it's not a birthmark like.
生まれつきのものじゃ。
Mercy.
腕や足にもあったからそのことを聞いたら黙り込んじまってな。理由は答えてくれなかった。
Sounds like you need Towa's help. He let out a conflicted sigh.
もしかしたら体のあざは朝倉先生がなんて考えちまったんだが、そうじゃなかった。
No wonder Dr. Asakura doesn't like you.
肉親による虐待だろう。
If his first reaction to the bruises was to suspect Asakura's involvement, then his opinion of the guy had to be pretty bad. And Asakura didn't have anything nice to say about Taku either. Setting aside the truth of the matter, it was clear that they disliked each other. Just then, the little boy, Hayato, jumped to his feet and came running over, dusting his hands off.
おじさん、僕もう行くね。
あ、またな。
Oh, I stress. The stress is real. Waving his little hand energetically, the boy dashed out of the park. Taku watched him go with a pained smile on his face.
子供の頃からずっと一人っていうのは寂しいよな。
Indeed.
あのくらいの年齢ならどんなにひどいことをされても親が世界のすべてだし。
Absolutely.
そう思ったら放っておけなくなってな。親代わりは無理だもん。
Taku, you already got 2 kids. Okay, you already got Towa, and you got sorry. It's okay. Towa's not like a child. Towa's like his tenant. Ray is like a spare tenant, you know. His voice was full of emotion. Then he looked at me.
そういえば鷹の口医院へ行ったんだろ。
Oh boy.
朝倉先生に見てもらったのか。
Yes, I did.
ああ、
どうだった？
How'd it go?
大学の時の話を聞いた。
Instantly, Taku furrowed his brow.
それは
Ooh?
俺の話も。
Ooh, was the tea real? The tea was real?
ああ、
Yeah. The crease in his brow deepened and he looked down at his feet.
そこまで深刻にならなく
It's
てもい
really
い。
not that. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's
この
not that
町に
deep.
腰を落ち着けるのは訳ありの人間だって自分で言ってたよな。
Exactly. It's like Towa.
お前
Like,
も例
listen,
外じゃなかった。
Towa ain't gonna
それだけ
judge nobody. Okay, he's the last person to judge anybody.
それはそうなんだな。
Yeah, but grimacing, he let out a heavy, exasperated sigh.
まあいい。俺はクリニックへ戻るが。
Man,
お前
he's
は
upset. He's like, oh.
寄るところがある。
I've got to do. Oh, yes, we do.
わかった。あまりフラフラするなよ。
Don't wander too far. Okay. Okay, Taku. With that warning, he turned away. Truth be told, I was planning to go straight home, but instead my legs carried me in a different direction. Maybe I would grab a drink first. Slow damage. Oh, yeah! I love it when I'm guessing right. As the sun began to set, I started walking in the direction of the cathedral. Oh, here we go. Here we go. For some reason, the angel painting kept nagging at me in the back of my mind. Plus, I was curious why anyone would go out of their way to keep coming back to it. The nun said someone would always run in at night before they closed. In other words, right around now. I looked up at the park clock. The little hand was pointing to the 4. The cathedral was scheduled to close at 5 p.m. Maybe I could witness it for myself. There you go. When I arrived at the church, I was craving a cigarette, so I paused outside to have a smoke. Right as I crushed my cigarette butt on the sidewalk, a silver car pulled up in front of me. The driver opened, and a man stepped out. Oh? Who was it? I froze. Who else was it gonna be? It was Asakura. But he didn't notice me. Instead, he headed straight into the church. I watched him for a moment, then followed. Inside, Asakura was standing in front of the angel painting. As far as I could tell, no one else was around. He craned his neck up at the painting and mumbled to himself under his breath. What's he saying?
下僕をお救いください。
Oh?
雨の見つかいの美しさに言葉を失うばかりです。
Just then, the email poem sprang to mind. Oh, we got it. I think, I don't know. I think I'm just like, brilliant, and I'm just reading the book. So, as if to signal the end of his prayer, Asakura let out a long breath and gazed up at the painting in silence. As I observed him, a nun came out from the back and quietly approached him. I could hear the clinking of something metallic, probably keys.
今日もいらっしゃったんですね。
Oh, it's her. It's sister. She spoke softly, but nevertheless, he flinched and whirled around.
いつも閉める間際にすみません。
His behavior was nothing like the way he acted around me. Here, he actually sounded humble. Ooh.
いえ、この絵を気に入ってくださっているのは私たちも嬉しいので。
Oh boy.
そうですね。この絵は 本当に素晴らしい。私の中で欠けている何かが満たされていくようです。
I see.
以前にもそうおっしゃられていましたね。
Yeah, what is
ずっ
the
と解決
problem?
できない悩みがあるって。
Please, I know very little about this man. He's stressing me out.
なんとかしようと自分でも思ってはいるんですが、なかなか難しくて。
Interesting. So,
大丈夫ですよ。神様は必ず見ていてくださいま
oh,
すか
he
ら。
is alright. He's watching alright. Okay.
そうですね。
Asakura nodded vaguely, then looked back at the painting. Now I understood. The person the nun told me about was in fact Asakura. Since there was no reason for me to stick around, I turned on my heel and left the church. Interesting. The sun had set, and it was pitch dark outside. As I headed home to the clinic, I thought back over what I'd just witnessed. The comments Asakura made while looking at the painting. They sounded an awful lot like the religious poems I kept receiving. Still, I wasn't completely sure Asakura was the person behind them, excuse me. Apparently he was struggling with something. Taku's remarks rose to the forefront of my mind. Specifically the rumors about Asakura's fondness for children. If he was the one who wrote those poems... As I limped down the street, I felt a fleeting rush of anticipation. Slow damage. Yeah! Let's go. Okay, sorry. I just get so excited. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna be really mad if this is like some kind of deeper way to just be like, oh, turns out that's actually the problem. It's like, I think it would be a little more interesting if what I'm assuming is he is the doctor for that children's place. And he just like has found himself in that position because he could at least help the children, but he doesn't like that they're in that position. Or even with Hayato, like, you know, even if it's specifically about Hayato, like, you know, he's like, either way, he's kind of put in a very difficult position because everybody thinks he's a, you know, an offender. You know, nobody, he probably already knows nobody like thinks of him all that well, so it's not like, besides like the other, you know, the mothers and the kids kind of thing. Interesting. Asakura has proven to be quite interesting, even though this entire chapter gives me stress because I do not know what is gonna happen. Oh, have mercy. Okay, give me a moment. Give me just a moment. Alright. Okay, maybe we can get through this chapter. I'd love to, you know, so I can get to the next go. You know? I'm excited. I'm excited. It was the night of the Christmas party at Roost. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about it. Okay. I didn't feel like going. Instead, I was lying on the sofa, smoking a cigarette. Then, Ray told me they were offering free drinks. I wasn't gonna go, but free alcohol. So... If Towa isn't a full mood. So I crashed my cig in the ashtray and rose to my feet. Ooh, okay, free exploration. Okay, let's get some stuff. Let's get some interrogation material here. Okay, so someone there. Roost. And Cathedral. No business. Oh yeah, because she's not, it's closed. No business here. Okay, let's go here. Oh wait, I should have gone to the one that was like person. But it's fine. Whatever. We'll get something. Maybe we can run to the homies. Pizza not. Oh, it's the bestie. Hey. You again.
Oh.
He's like an like the NPC guide, you know? Did you know they caught the assault party guys? Oh? I heard the Takasato Gumi took them to their HQ, but they were already dealt with, so nobody got any answers. That's the Takasato Gumi for you.
Oh.
I heard there's an increase of people doing drugs on the street. Apparently, there's all samples of a new drug going around. Oh, is this foreshadowing? Whoever's doing it has been scattering them all over the place. Not sure what their goal is. Rumor has it Sakaki Hideyasu is the new leader of the Takasato Gumi. Nothing's confirmed yet, but it's clear that the gang is taking action. Probably should stay away for now.
Huh.
The trains don't go to Shinkomi. The only transportation methods are water taxi or bus, or motorcycle or car. But because it's so cramped, the parking spaces all fill up instantly. It's a big hassle. Come to think of it, I think there's a parking lot in one of the smaller clinics. I wonder why that tiny building gets one. Okay. Well, you were useless. No, I'm just joking. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. I need some material. Need some mats, you know, for when I go in. All right, here we go. Merry Christmas, baby. This is Kowo Street, the place that sees the most traffic in District D. While District B has all the most famous casinos and resorts, District D has its fair share of tourist attractions too. The countless neon signs serve as a hallmark of this lively district. Is there anybody here? Set one foot in an alley, however. Okay, yeah, so this is the... Taku?
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't think it was gonna be Taku. Okay. Oh, hey, Towa. Fancy bumping into you in the middle of this crowd. I didn't realize you were out and about.
Oh.
Well, one of my older patrons was feeling sick, and their daughter called me in a panic, so I went over to take a look. Turns out, they ate too much at a fancy dinner party. There were no other issues, so it all ended pretty quick. You're working a lot over the holidays, huh? A true citizen of Shinkomi. Working on Christmas. Well, their family was scared half to death. Couldn't just sit around. Let's talk. Okay, give me some mats. Anyway, the streets sure are clogged, aren't they? But I guess that's normal for this time of year. Oh, that's right. Is there anything you need lately? Is there? Let's... Wow, Taku really is a simple man. Okay.
Positive.
I need words. Okay, booze or smokes. Buddy, that's the... You always Sorry. Isn't there anything more, I don't know, special? Do I want something special for Christmas? No, not really. Mood. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Still, can't hurt to ask, right? Ooh, here we go. Yes, times like these, a little kindness is what matters most. Ooh, yeah, okay, good. That's a good one, okay. No need to force yourself to think of something. Come to think of it, Ray and his friends are throwing that Christmas party tonight, aren't they? Yeah, you going? I probably can't. Too much work piled up. But you should go and have fun without me. Just don't drink too much, alright? I know. See ya. Okay, thanks, bestie. Alright. Where should we go next? Aguita. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, we ain't got nothing here. I went there, so we go... Oh no, that's like the end. Okay, so let's go here. I need some mats. I need words. I need words to go toe to toe with Asakura, okay? He's a tough cookie. He's not like Queen. Okay? This is Hagoita Street in District D. This road path. Okay, I've read this already, so.
Ah, Towa.
Bestie, is it my bestie? No, it's not my bestie. Sorry. I forget their voices after a while. If it's not Towa. Hi, Mayu. It's okay. Mayu gives me some good stuff too. I didn't expect to find you in the middle of all these people. I'm impressed you spotted me in the crowd. I have good eyes. From here, I can see the stuff on top of that building. Look over there. That's some powerful eyesight you've got.
So,
also, I'm good at hitting targets. I'm a champ at darts. I take it you're a good shot with a gun too. Yes, I am. Do you know why? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, either way, I should probably give it. Yeah.
Negative.
You do a lot of target practice? What, like shooting guys in real life? No, no, not like this. Time to reveal the answer. The answer is... Oh, it's a secret. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, good, good, good. It's a secret. Interesting. That reaction. Classic Towa. Yaha! Yaha! Anyway, I gotta go now. They called me in to do some work.
Soka.
Alright.
Mata ne.
See you later, Towa. Ooh, Gucci. Christmas time. No space. Okay, good. Good to know. Alright, so we have... Well, we went here, right? Cool, bottle. I think it's just this one. Because we already... Yeah, okay, let's go here. And then we can go to Roost and call it Gucci. I wonder if I can get through this chapter. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Woo! This is an Aburo neighborhood alleyway branching off from Koho Street. Unlike the bright and bustling main street, the alleys are dark and shadowy. The rotten sewer smells inescapable, and you see a lot of animals digging through the trash. Rats, crows, stray cat. Well, that's fun. As for the human population, you'll find shivering homeless kids, drooling tweakers, and black market dealers. The sight of hapless children brawling and bleeding has become a daily occurrence. Oh my gosh. In winter, you'll find frozen corpses lying around, but nobody cares. There's no trace of glamour here, but make no mistake. This is Shinkomi. Oh. Oh, no, this isn't good. The music changed. Hi, mister. Kid, what are you doing here of all places? My mom said to wait here because, it's Christmas and she's going to buy a cake. So I'm waiting. Alright. Oh boy, this can't be good.
Oni-chan.
Oni-chan. Sometimes, when my mom comes home from work, she gives me a big hug and cries a lot. What do I do when that happens? Oh no. Oh my gosh. Well, let's answer.
Positive.
You should just do it back. Give her a big hug? Yeah. When you have a question like that, you should ask. Oh, you should ask her. Ask my mom. Can I ask why? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Can I ask why? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good. Thank you, Hayato. You the MVP. Yeah, ask her. Got it. Thank you, mister. Ugh, I'm so stressed. I can't wait to have cake. I am so stressed out. This chapter is gonna stress me out. Okay. Not like it hasn't already. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, to Roost we go. Let's go, besties. Oh gosh. I worry. I was worrying for the wrong person. It was Ikawina first, now it's this. Mercy. The buildings were lit up with strings of Christmas lights, and cheerful music played over the loudspeakers. Couples walked shoulder to shoulder. Happy families hurried home, holding hands with their little ones. The city was the very picture of joy itself, but I ignored it and walked straight into Roost.
Happy Christmas!
Ooh, new characters, let's go!
Christmas omedetou!
Oh my gosh, are these... They drag queens. Yes. Merry Christmas! The bar was normally pretty quiet, but today everyone was in a loud, festive mood. The place was decorated with crosses, angels, and lifelike Santa dolls, illuminated by flashing lights in every color. Love that tree, by the way. It looks like a biblically accurate angel. You know what I mean? It looks like, you know, like the ornaments are eyes and all that stuff, you know. The manager and bar staff were all wearing costumes, and the customers were all chatting merrily. Normally, the patrons would stick to their own separate tables, but on Halloween and Christmas, everyone came together for the party. This all started a few years back at the request of some customers. The first party had been a hit, so they kept throwing them every year since.
Ah, Towa!
Oh, how cute!
Yokatta!
How cute! Okay. Ray came rushing over to me wearing a reindeer antler headband. He looks like a clown, but that's okay.
Towa, Christmas,
Merry Christmas, Towa!
おめでとう
Merry Christmas! Oh my gosh, besties!
楽しんでる
Oh, that's a new person. Okay, are you having fun? After Ray came, his friends Honami, Junko, and Arata.
トワ、仮装してないじゃない
Yeah, we're not wearing costumes.
密かに楽しみにしてたのに
hoping Towa would wear a costume. You out of your mind. Junko and Honami took one look at my street clothes and pouted.
足を怪我してるしね
Well, he hurt his ankle recently. Okay, yeah. At Ray's explanation, the two of them whipped their heads up to look at each other.
そうだったわごめんねトワ
Oh,
来てくれただけでも嬉しいわ
exactly. Towa wasn't even
無
gonna
理
pull
はし
up.
ないでね
Just take it easy. They hastily tried to smooth things over, and Ray rolled his eyes.
どうせ気にしてないわよトワは
Yeah, no worries. Don't worry about it, fam. You all good. Right.
それじゃトワをカウンターへ連れて行って座らせるわ
Let's go, baby. You know, it's funny. I forgot that, like, this entire chapter, Towa has been walking on a limp, basically.
はーい
Sure thing.
頑張って飾り付けしてから店内も
I'm
ゆっくり
looking.
見ていってね
I'm looking
楽しん
bestie.
でねとは
Thank you. Thank you. The bar was more crowded than usual, which made it hard to walk with a limp. With Ray's help, I made it to the counter and sat down.
トワ君メリークリスマス
I love it. The manager called out to me from behind the counter. Like his staff, he was wearing a costume. Normally, he had laid back, detached vibe, but somehow he looked right at home in a flashy Santa hat and beard.
足は大丈夫なの
How is my leg? I don't know. Yeah. Well, you have.
お任せ
Whoa.
で
Surprised me. You know, okay. I won't say a thing. I took my smokes and lighter out of my coat pocket. After I lit up, he handed me my drink, whiskey on the rocks. I grabbed it and briefly glanced around the bar. Most of the party guests were regulars, several of whom were wearing costumes. So elaborate, I had to wonder if there was some kind of performance scheduled later.
やっぱりなんだかんだで
Let loose.
みんな騒ぐの好きなのね
I've been watching Drag Race. Wig loose. As I scanned the room, Ray walked back over to the counter.
ま、私もだけどたまには世間の流れに乗っかってみるのも悪くないわよね
No.
普段は外れっぱなしなんだし
He loaded his tray with the manager's handcrafted cocktails and walked off again. I set my cigarette against the rim of the ashtray and took a sip of whiskey. Just then, I saw something moving out of the corner of my eye. A man in a suit had risen to his feet, holding a drink. It was Asakura! I love character development. As if he's barely changed. I just discovered stuff about him. Once again, he was sitting over at the very end of the counter. Ah, we're here now. He's here. He's at, I'm gonna call it Towa's corner. He's at Towa's corner. Okay, let's go. But then, he came and sat next to me, perfectly poker-faced. Despite this, he stared down at his hands without once glancing in my direction. As always, his overly formal attire clashed with the vibe of the bar, but then again, everybody else was in costume tonight. Yes, doctor? Without saying a word, I shot him a sidelong glance as I sipped my drink. Nothing felt better than the sting of alcohol burning my throat. His smoke was swaying slowly, but showed no signs of becoming unstable. Unable to withstand my unrelenting gaze, he started to speak. His voice was so hoarse, it threatened to fade into the din of the party if I wasn't paying attention. Speak to me. Give me the tea. But when I leaned in to listen, he flinched and pulled away. Then after a moment, he realized what I was doing and straightened up again.
君もこの店に来るということは、何かそういう特殊な趣味を持っているのか?
Well, yes, actually. He doesn't know. That's so cute. I rolled my sleeve up and thrust my scarred arm at him.
どう思う?
What do you think? Okay, this is like chicken. We're playing chicken now, apparently. I stared defiantly into his eyes. He had only seen part of my leg during the examination, so this was his first time seeing my scars. His eyes widened as he looked at my arm. Then he averted his gaze, let out a sigh, and looked back at his drink. This community welcomes all...
自分を隠さずにさらけ出せば、この店はどんな人間でも受け入れる。君はそう言っていたな。
Yes. Okay. Is it happening? Am I finally getting the tea? Asakura, I'm tired. Okay. Listen, the faster we get to chapter 3, the faster you can be free from me and Towa, okay? It's for the benefit of you as well. Okay. His fingers tightened around his glass. You?
私は天使を待ち望んでいるんだ。
Well, that's not what you're getting, but I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. I hate it here. Okay.
天使。
天使？
ああ、私だけの天使を。ずっと。
I'm getting more nervous again. The angel painting flashed through my mind.
子供でも作るとか?
You want to have kids or something? No, I'm scared. I'm so scared. This chapter is making me so stressed out.
そういうことじゃない。自分の子供が欲しいという意味ではなくて、これは欲求なんだ。私だけの天使が欲しいという欲望だ。
I'm just getting more and more stressed. I'm just getting stressed. He started chugging his drink like he was washing something down. Then he let out a heavy breath. Maybe the rumors were right about him being... Yeah, this chapter is making me stressed. I'd figured he probably wasn't, but maybe I was wrong. I plucked my cigarette from the ashtray and took a long drag. Meanwhile, Asakura nervously gripped his empty glass.
この欲求をどう晴らせばいいのかわからない。
Oh, no.
医者という立場でありながら、私は。
でもあんた、囲ってる子供がいるんだろ?
You got a kid at your house, right? Oh my gosh, I'm scared. I turned my face away to exhale the smoke. He whipped his head around to look at me, his expression laced with panic. His smoke writhed as its color flashed and dimmed.
いきなり何を言うんだ。そんなわけないだろ。
にしては
You're scaring me, Asakura. Please, 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 I'm so afraid. Then why are you so flustered?
急にそんなことを言われたら。
嘘がつけないタイプだろ。
I I looked straight into his widened eyes and spoke quietly.
わかりやすいよ。
I can read you like a book. He gritted his teeth and looked back at me.
頼む。誰にも言わないでくれ。必要なら金を払う。だから。
金はいらない。もちろん誰にも言わない。
Okay, my stress levels go up again.
そうか。
Yeah, paying off Towa is nothing.
代わりに聞きたいことがある。あんたはここで何をやってる？
Yeah, that is my question actually. That's huh? He furrowed his brow in confusion.
店に来てもあんたはいつも一人で座ってる。誰かから声がかかるのを待ってるのか？すでに誰かに助けを求めていて、その相手を待ってるのか
？He pursed his lips together. Oh! But before we could have a more in-depth conversation, the door burst open. The chatting patrons all went quiet, and everyone turned in the direction of the sound. In walked Kotaro, like a performer arriving on stage to greet his silent audience. Oh no.
Oh.
Mayu and Eiji walked in after him. Though the three of them were Takasato goons, they were regulars here, so they were on familiar terms with most of the customers. Once everyone saw who had arrived, they went back to their conversations. Meanwhile, the trio spotted me and came over to the counter. Oh gosh, I was getting somewhere! I did not know you liked to party.
Towa-san, konbanwa.
Good evening, Towa-san. Gosh, these three. Now so close.
店長、会計を。
Oh, here we go. Scared off by the three strangers, Asakura bolted to his feet. Then he paid for his drink, grabbed his leather briefcase, and hurried out. Oh, so close. Okay.
あの人が前に話した鷹の口院の先生ですよ。
I was so close. It had to be these three.
ああ、あの子供好きの
Mayu pulled his lollipop out of his mouth and cackled.
んなやつのことはどうでもいいんだ。店長、ジントニック。
Listen, I want to get out of this chapter, Kotaro, okay? I gotta get out of this chapter. My stress levels. Killing
僕
me.
はラムコークで。
I'll have a rum and coke. They all leaned against the counter to order their drinks.
なあ、めんどくせえ。一杯飲んだらすぐ行くぞ。
Okay, please do. Stress.
荒れてるな。
What happened? I donned a teasing smirk as Kotaro impatiently tapped the counter.
トラブル発生中だからな。
Ooh, what's the tea?
小太郎さんが担当してる店の女が店の売上金を持って逃げちゃったんですよ。しかも子供がいたのに置き去りにして。
No.
探し回ってるんだけど、どこに隠れてるんだろうね。
女は借金があるわけじゃないんで、ウェブタグをつけてないんですよ。だからすぐに居場所がわからん。ま、今回ので強制的につけることになる。
Oh,
見つけたらただじゃおかねえぞ。
すぐ見つかりますよ。目撃情報が入ってきてますから。彼女の子供もこっちで把握してますし。Hayato君でしたっけ？
No, I knew. Oh man, the liability. I looked at Eiji.
Hayato.
Uh-oh. Hmm?
はい。売上金を持ち逃げした女の子供の名前です。トワさん知ってるんですか？
Dang it. Oh no.
同じ名前のやつは知ってる。
なるほど。そんなに珍しい名前ってわけでもないですしね。
Eiji nodded in understanding. Oh, this isn't good. But I was still thinking about Hayato. At the charity event, I had caught a brief glimpse of a woman who might have been his mother. Was she now on the run from Kotaro? Kotaro grabbed his glass and downed it in a single swallow.
すごい飲みっぷり。やばいね。
Oh, here we go.
せめてもうちょっと味わって飲みましょうよ。もったいない。
What a waste, girl. We gotta go somewhere, okay? We're busy.
よし、行くぞ。
We busy, okay? We're busy. Kotaro slammed his glass down on the counter and headed for the door.
店長、次払うのでつけといてください。
Of course. With an apologetic bow, Eiji hurried after Mayu and Kotaro. I watched them go, then took one last drag of my cigarette and crushed it in the ashtray. When will my stress end? After Roost closed, I hopped on the back of Ray's motorcycle and rode it to the clinic. Oh boy. As we headed to the entrance, I pulled my phone from my coat pocket. It was an email from Eiji. He was reporting back on his findings regarding whether Asakura had visited that child brothel. The conclusion, yes. No. There were even eyewitnesses. I want to cry. It's sounding like damning evidence. Please tell me he's just the doctor. Then we stepped inside the clinic. There, we found Taku sitting in the empty waiting room, drinking a can of coffee.
Okaeri. どうだったパーティーは?
Taku should have showed up, but also if he showed up, Asakura would have never talked to us, so.
大盛況よ。みんなベロベロに酔っちゃってなかなか帰らないから。
Yeah, kick him out on the
追い
street.
出すのが大変だったわ。
That's my method. It's like, bust him out.
Asakura が来てた。
And Asakura was there. At this, Taku's expression stiffened.
Asakura 先生が一人で飲んでたのか?
Yeah.
ああ。やっぱりあの子供の面倒を見てるみたいだな。
Hayato
ハヤト君ってチャリティーイベントで朝倉先生が連れてた子よね。面倒を見てるっていうの。
I need to get through this chapter. I'm too stressed.
母親がほとんど面倒を見ないらしくてな。
That's why he spent so much time.
朝倉先生のところへよく遊びに行ってるらしい。
そうなんだ。
Oh, I see. Yeah, Ray's just like, Ray frowned sadly.
隼人君の面倒を見てるってのは朝倉先生から聞いたのか?
He told me, alright. Yeah.
向こうから話しかけてきた。
そうか。
Did he
他に
say
は何
anything
か
else?
話したの?
Well,
特殊な趣味を持ってるのかって聞かれた。
special interest, of course.
特殊な趣味？何それ？
Give me the tea. Frowning, Taku murmured in contemplation.
朝倉は昔、あまりにも子供を可愛がりすぎるってことで、変な噂が立ったんだよな。どう思う?
What do you think, Taku? I fixed Taku with a probing look.
え？変な噂って、それじゃもしかして、隼人君は。
I don't think so though. Not with Hayato though, because Hayato seems like way too attached to Asakura in comparison to his own mother even, you know? So I don't know. I need to get out of this chapter. This is the most stressful thing I've ever gone through. That's a lie, but I am stressed. Ray shot Taku a worried look. Taku remained silent for a moment, then finally resigned himself to speak.
まだそうだと決めつけるのは早い。朝倉先生は何かものすごく追い詰められてるのかもな。
どうして？
Yeah, give me the tea.
チャリティーイベントの時もそうだったが、こっちに対する態度がかなり辛辣だった。
Okay. Ooh, the color. Okay, the color's coming out.
確かに。
Me not noticing half the things.
朝倉先生はルーストへ自ら行くような人間じゃない。なのに店でトアに話しかけて、しかも特殊な趣味だ。
Interesting. Okay.
何かあると思わない方がおかしいだろう。
Yeah, please let there be something more. I'm
気
stressed
になるの
out.
か?
I'm surprised you care.
仮にも先輩だからな。
子供好きが集まる専門の店ってのがあって、朝倉はその店に出入りしてるらしい。
Instantly, Taku's expression hardened.
もしその話が本当だとしたら、時間の問題かもしれない。今はまだ何も起きていないというだけで、場合によっては隼人君を保護する必要がある。
Ugh, gosh, I can't. In a blink, Taku had completely changed his tune about Asakura. Ray looked at me in trepidation. Maybe he could sense tension simmering just under the surface.
でも、朝倉先生は悩んでるんでしょ？困ってるからルーストに来たり、トワに話しかけたりしたんじゃないの？だったら、まずは朝倉先生と話した方が。
こういうのは理屈や理性で止められるようなもんじゃない。年派もいかない子供に対して、そういう感情を抱くのは異常者だ。
His low growl echoed through the room. Something was clearly off.
それを言ったら、この町にいる人間はみんな
He's not
同じ
special. Oh
穴
yeah.
の無地なだろう。
I mean, Towa's not wrong.
タク、
But...
お前も。
I spoke matter-of-factly. Flustered, Taku pursed his lips.
少し言い過ぎだ。
Oh boy. Maybe he was just upset about the less than savory news regarding an old acquaintance. His smoke swayed, slowly changing its color to match his emotions.
タク、ちょっと疲れてるんじゃない？
Ray looked at Taku in concern. Apparently he and I were on the same
い
page.
や、大丈夫だ。
He downed his drink, tossed the empty can in the trash, and left the waiting room.
本当に大丈夫かしら？
I don't think so either. Ray's voice was a quiet mutter.
どうだろうな。
Same. Me three. As I spoke, I stared down the hallway at Taku's retreating back. Slow damage. And this is getting stressful. The next afternoon. Normally, I only traveled with the bare minimum in my pockets, but today I was carrying a tote bag as I headed to the park. The pain and swelling in my ankle had receded considerably, so I could walk on it again as long as I didn't put too much weight on it. What's the plan, bestie? Oh. Let me also save really quick. I'm getting so into it. Okay. Gotta make sure, you know, can't lose all the progress. You know, even though I'm stressing out. Okay, at the park I could see a handful of children playing on the playground, their mothers engaged in idle gossip nearby. A short distance away, I could see a man in a black suit standing in the shade of a tree, looking entirely overdressed, probably a Takasato thug. I looked out at the children, scanning each of them in turn. If the Takasato Gumi had them staked out, then that meant... Sure enough, Hayato was there, playing in the sandbox. His mother had run off with the money from the store Kotaro was in charge of running. Oh no. Once I confirmed that Hayato was here, I walked to an empty bench and sat down. As I watched him, I pulled my sketch pad and pencil set from my tote bag. Hayato didn't try to play with the other kids. Instead, he kept to himself. His smoke was a pale yellow. Okay, there was a reason I had wanted to find this kid. This morning, when I was having my usual smoke, his face suddenly rose to mind. Every now and then, I would have these sudden flashes of something that bothered me. So what was bothering me this time? It was that curiosity that brought me to this park, hoping Hayato would be here. Alternatively, if he wasn't here, I figured I'd sketch some other kids and try to work it out that way. I ran my pencil over the paper as I watched Hayato quietly build his sandcastle. Then, partway into my sketch, he spotted me. He saw me drawing and frowned, puzzled. Then he lost interest and went back to his project. Or so I thought, but then he got to his feet and ran straight over to me. I pretended not to notice. I didn't want him bugging me. He came to a stop right in front of me and peeked at my sketch pad.
何してるの?
His voice was innocent, with the faint hint of a lisp.
絵を描いてる。
I'm drawing. I answered without looking up.
何を描いてるの?
子供。
My anxiety is just gonna be spiked this entire chapter.
僕のことも
Until
描い
it
てた?
ends. Even me.
さあな。
Maybe. The next thing I knew, he moved right up beside me, so close that our thighs touched. He leaned against my arm and peered closely at my sketch pad. His faint yellow smoke wavered right in front of me. Again, I felt the same inexplicable emotions I'd felt this morning when his face came to mind.
Asakura sensei wa yasashii ka?
Ooh, let's go. Yeah, come on, Towa. I asked quietly as I continued to draw.
とっても優しいよ。
Oh, he doesn't have to bruise anymore.
Asakura sensei no koto.
大好き。
Okay. Hayato answered enthusiastically. He smelled faintly sweet, like candy. Suddenly, my pencil fell still. Hayato was touching my face. His little index finger was tracing the scar that snaked across the bridge of my nose. When I looked up from my sketch pad, I found him staring at me with puppy dog eyes.
ねえ、この傷どうしたの?
I don't think you need to ask that question, Hayato. I don't even want to know. He fumbled over his words as he stroked my scar.
痛いの?
Then something touched my thigh. I looked down and realized he was propping himself up with his other hand.
足も怪我してるの?
He rubbed my thigh with his little hand. This kid. He looked up at me, his lips slightly parted, his brow furrowed. I had no interest in children, but if I put myself in the mindset, his little gestures didn't seem so innocuous anymore. He probably didn't even realize what he was doing. Realize he was doing anything wrong. From his perspective, he just wanted someone to care about him. His behavior wasn't specifically targeted at Asakura. He was like this with every adult in his life. In other words, this was just a survival tactic. Judging from the bruise on his face and the fact that his own mother ditched him, it was safe to say he was love-starved. He was now so close, he was starting to make me uncomfortable. But before I could push him away...
Hayato-kun!
Oh, here we go. An alarmed voice shouted his name. I looked over to find Asakura standing there in shock, shoulders heaving. Uh-oh. He walked straight over to the bench and gently pulled Hayato's head against his chest. The boy clung to him gleefully.
急に姿が見えなくなったからびっくりしたよ。
Uh-oh.
先生が忙しそうだったから公園で遊んでようと思ったの。
ちゃんと言わないとダメだって言っただろ?
Asakura scolded him gently, then glared at me.
君はどうして
What are you doing it? Well, listen, okay? You calm down. Okay, I should be saying that to you. Okay? Calm down. Give me stress. It made me stress this whole chapter. I held on my sketchpad in a do your eyes work gesture. He frowned, hesitant.
絵を描くのか?
You draw. So you know about Euphoria. I had assumed that he probably knows about Euphoria if if he keeps going to Roost. So I'm just like, okay, so he probably knows, and he's probably like, well, not about the process, but he probably knows a little bit about Euphoria, basically. So he probably has high interest in Euphoria, like most people, like as we saw with Equina, the bestie of chapter 1, But I'm still like not sure. I don't know. Because with Equina, it was like he wanted to see what the inside of a wound looks like on like a person that's awake, like that kind of vibe. But like, what is Asakura's gig? Because I was like, Towa and I were like, I don't know. It's like, it seems so simple, but again, I'm still stressed. But it doesn't. They're making it seem more complicated than it appears, right? And I keep going back and forth because I guess this chapter is supposed to give me mad anxiety or something. But, but okay, let's continue. I'm just have mercy.
ここで何を書いてたんだ?
What are you The children! I flipped the sketchpad open to the page I was just at. Asakura sucked in a breath. Okay. He's making this really awkward for me. He murmured quietly, his eyes glued to the drawing of Hayato.
Tenshi.
Uh-oh. I repeated the word meaningfully, and he looked at me in surprise. He must have said it unconsciously. His eyes slowly sharpened and panic set in. Oh boy. Without another word, he turned and started guiding Hayato away. Hayato frowned up at him, confused.
先生、お家に帰るの？
先生の病院に帰るんだよ。
そっか。お兄ちゃん、バイバイ。
Oh, Hayato. He waved at me, then headed off with Asakura. As they retreated into the distance, I felt my suspicions turn to conviction. Asakura and Hayato were a catastrophic combination. But if Asakura didn't get help for his problem, it was Hayato who would pay the price. Especially if Asakura saw Hayato as his own personal angel. Something had to be done before he lost control. Slow damage. Yes! I need to get out of this chapter. I'm too stressed. I'm too stressed to be here, man. No. That night... Oh. I was lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling and smoking a cigarette, when my phone buzzed. I sat up and grabbed it off the coffee table. Another one of those religious poems. You are the only one who can save me. I cannot bear it any longer. Heavenly Father, I beg of you, answer my prayer before it's too late. This time, the sender attached a file to the email. Oh, what it... Oh. It was a photo of an angel doll. An ordinary Christmas tree ornament from the looks of it, but the doll was lying on a work desk with its wings torn out. Child angel. A desire to have my own personal angel. Those were his exact words. I rose to my feet and crushed my cigarette in the ashtray. Then I pulled on my coat and stuffed my phone in my pocket. Oh, I'm so stressed. I recognized the desk in the photo. I left my apartment, took the elevator to the ground floor, and was on my way to the exit when Taku walked out from the waiting room. Apparently, he had stayed late tonight. Where are you going this time of night? Oh, well, you see, Taku. Takanokuchi Medical Office. For business. Euphoria just got an email for... Yeah, exactly. Come on.
朝倉先生からどういうことだ
今回が初めてじゃない。前から何通もだ。
Oh boy. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and showed him the email with the attachment. He frowned dubiously.
どうしてこれが朝倉先生だと分かったんだ
It's like I've seen his desk. First of
他にも判断材料が。
circumstantial. I've seen his desk.
も
Okay.
し違ったらどうす
What
る
if you're wrong?
朝倉だ。
I'm not. Listen. Towa did very well last time, okay? So I think you need to put, you know, sit back, let Towa do his job, okay? Which is to be the lead of a very suspicious, sussy BL visual novel. He let out a conflicted sigh.
お前足の怪我もまだ治ってないんだぞ
Listen,
俺でも一人で行く気なのか
Towa literally got beat. Like he almost bled out last time. Okay, so you know. Frankly, he knew better than to think he could stop me. His lips twisted in a defeated grimace.
分かった終わったら連絡しろ一線は越えるなよ
Oh boy, here we go. I'm not Catholic, but God help me. Oh, in other words, don't get yourself killed. I nodded my assent, then left the building. Exhaling wet fog, I looked up at the pitch black sky. Asakura was now extremely emotionally volatile. He was so desperate for help, he was grasping at straws. If I didn't take action, he might really clip an angel's wings. And the perfect candidate was close at hand. In fact, he was probably with him right this very moment. But could Euphoria truly save him? Or... I have fear. If I head over now, I can still make it in time. Asakura is at Takanokuchi, waiting for Euphoria. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay. Let's go, besties. Let's. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, you can tell the stress levels are going up. Well, we'll get to the end of chapter 2. I think. Have mercy. God help me. Okay. The front entrance at Takanokuchi Medical Office displayed a sign that read "No more appointments available today." I looked at it for a long moment, then put my hand on the knob. I have fear. Okay. Surprisingly enough, it opened. I walked in. The main lights were all off, leaving only the faint illumination of the emergency lights. Moving quickly, I cut across the waiting room to the hallway. One of the doors had been left ajar, and light was streaming out from within. I walked right up to it and peered inside. I could see a man in a lab coat standing beside a boy lying on an operating table. A silver tray was placed atop the utility cart beside him. In addition to the usual scab, I'm getting stressed. Oh God, I'm so stressed. Okay. In addition to the usual scalpel, forceps, and rubbing alcohol, I could see what looked like stainless steel rods. Vaguely recognized them from my last visit. I slowly entered the room, then purposely shut the door loudly. The man in the lab coat flinched and whirled around. It was Asakura. Lying on the operating table was none other than Hayato. His eyes widened in shock, his colorless lips trembling. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Feeling a little. Okay. Okay, I think I'm kind of. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb right now. Maybe I'm just too stressed to get. Okay, let's go. As I quoted the email, confusion rose in his eyes. Oh, I see, it's you. Okay, hey, you know, Yasmi. Oh boy. Grimacing, Asakura bit his lip and looked at Hayato. Ah, okay. So... sorry, the stress was so bad. I was like, please, don't let it be that. Please, I need it to be like, it's probably weird, but not like that, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, now. Oh. Okay, I have some kind of relief. I was just like, please, I don't want to do this. Okay, give me the tea. Not right now. Oh, no. No. He wrapped an arm around himself tightly. What's the tea? Like, what's... Please explain to me, Asako. You're giving me so much stress. I'm so stressed out.
そういう目で見られるようになって、それで私はこの町へ逃げてきた。今度は同じことを繰り返さないようにしようと。ダメだった。欲求を消し去ることができなかった。
What are you talking about? What are you please explain to me? I'm stressed out. He let out a shaky breath.
もう私にはわからないんだ。自分が子供に対してそういう感情を抱いてしまう人間なのか。
I don't know, Asakura. You tell me. I've been stressed out. Like I'm so stressed.
それとも疑われたせいで過剰に意識してしまっているだけなのか。
Ah, interesting. After he finished spilling his guts, he looked at me with pained eyes.
私は決して子供を傷つけたいとは思っていない。断じて。なのに私の心が求めるんだ。
But what does that mean? Like, what does that mean?
私だけの天使が欲しいと。
I want to know what it means exactly. In your words. You know? Anyway, he's stressing me out.
天使というのは精神的な話ではなく。
Okay, that makes a lot more. I was just like, are you talking like body modification? Like, is that... Yeah, like...
物理的に。
He shot a sidelong glance at the stainless steel rods on his silver tray. Wings. Was I off base, or were the rods meant to serve as the framework for the wings? His lips twisted in a self-depreciating sneer.
ふざけた話だろ。本当にバカバカしい。切な願望だ。それでも。
I now feel really bad because I had a feel. Okay, I will say I haven't stressed this whole time, thinking that I was like, is he or is he not? But it does seem like my suspicion was correct, that it's like nothing actually happened, and then people just started thinking he was. But now he's also questioning himself, and he's like, am I that? So that makes me feel bad, because it's like, well, if people think I'm this thing, then maybe I am. And, you know, it's like, well, then what do I do about it? But then also he has this weird thing, this extra weird thing going on where he wants to body modify a person. Which isn't as utterly strange, which is also, I just remembered, Ray also mentioned body modification once at his you know, as his 80th job, you know. So wow, that foreshadowing was kind of busted. I'm sorry but okay, Asakura made it seem worse than it is. Is it not to say that it's like him trying to like put body modifications on children isn't bad, but it's a lot better than what I what I thought it was supposed to be. Okay, I'm a little less stressed now, but oh my gosh, it was so stressful. Okay, let's take care of Asakura. He had finally reached rock bottom. I looked at his face in profile. Yeah, what's the tea? He was just gonna poke some wings up in the homie. Asakura looked at Hayato lying there on the operating table and faltered.
彼は確かに私の中の天使像に最も近い。天使は大体
I see. Okay.
子供の姿をしているだろう。
Oh, okay. The stress has lifted a bit. Okay.
だが彼を傷つけたいわけじゃない。
Okay, interesting.
羽を生やすのは別にそいつじゃなくてもいいってことか。
Oh, here we go. Tag team Towa.
俺にやれよ。
He looked at me in utter confusion.
ユーフォリア宛てにメールしたのはその願望をどうにかしたかったんだろ。
まあそうだが。
Sweat has dissipated. I'm sweating less. Okay. Okay.
なら、俺にやれ。俺ならあんたの望みを叶えてやれ。
All right. His Adam's apple quavered as he swallowed. I stared quietly back at him, a faint smile playing at my lips.
俺があんたの天使になってやる。
That was buck wild. He's buck wild. Calm down. Okay, chill. Okay. A breathy laugh left his lips, but his eyes were deadly serious. Oh gosh, here we go. Apparently, he used anesthesia to put Hayato under. He scooped the sleeping boy into his arms and carried him out to a different room. I sat down on the exam table and waited. When he returned, he pulled the door shut and locked it.
Nah.
Towa is so scary. He looked back at me and our eyes met.
話がしたい。
I gazed deep into his eyes as I spoke, low and soft.
あんたのこと聞かせろよ。
Here we go. Asakura stared back at me as if entranced.
あんたのことが知りたい。
All right.
私の何が知りたいんだ。
Okay. Okay, so I'm just so relieved. I'm just like, please, I'm just. Okay. The relief I feel. You don't know the relief I feel. Oh. Okay, let's go, bestie. Okay.
話せ。
そんなこと。
We're already here, Asakura. Okay. Let's do. He's a little different now, so let's try a different technique. Then let's hear it. Explain it to me in your own words. Ooh, okay. Can I ask? Yeah. Can I ask? Yeah, let's ask. Let's press a little. These are good.
そうか。
Can I ask why you can't tell me?
わからない。
That's not what he said, but okay.
そういえば。
Some say they've seen you outside a certain brothel over in District D. Okay, so that wasn't true. Okay. Let's try it. Let's try
Negative.
and provoke.
ふん。
You sure? Yeah, you sure. Yes. Oh, I'm sure. I swear I haven't. Interesting. I'm acting like this is gonna ruin everything. It'll just start me again, but I'm just like, I would like to, you know, keep it fresh, you know. Same, different. But what does... no, let's not say anything.
なんでだ。
So you insist you're not like that. Then why would you do this?
それは。
He seems to react very well to threats, so let's just
Negative.
go for it.
Asakura.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's just go. No, let's give it a go. Let's
そうだな。
He's not budging, and so you know the truth and you want to say it, right? That's why I'm here. He is telling me nothing. Get on. You get off on certain characteristics, isn't that right? Okay. Okay, let's try this.
そうだろ。
All I said was certain characteristics. Relax. Okay. Let's wind it back. Oh, did I make a mistake? Yeah, I made a mistake. Oh, man, this guy is difficult. Okay, let's try it again. So apparently, I just have to push and push because otherwise Towa will lose interest. Okay, let's try it. Man, I'm like playing Phoenix Wright. Okay, let's go, besties. Okay, not target. Okay, so what I did was I might get this wrong. Yeah. As we all saw. I can't remember nothing. Okay. Then we go up. Okay, can I ask why? Even in this situation, you still have to press him so hard. Yeah. And then okay, let's just keep provoking him. The same. Did I say this? Let's say nothing here. Okay. So why do you do this? Okay, so let's threaten him some more. I think I'm just gonna have to push negative because he's not because he's not going anywhere, right? Okay, and then we'll push here. Okay. Okay, wow, he sounds like he's just crying out. Yeah. Okay, let's provoke him some more. The more you deny it, the more I'm starting to think it's true. Oh! Oh! Okay. Alright. Okay. So we did this one already. Roost. Past incident. It must be this one, right? No, this isn't the right one. Well, let me think. There's gotta be more. Yeah, okay. And then I think the next one, right? I hope I'm doing this right.
どうして隼人を選んだ?
あの子は寂しい子供なんだ。愛情にとても飢えていて。だから選んだというわけじゃない。ただ私は
He was just there.
あの子を放っておけなくて。
I see. Okay. Ooh, wipe sweat. Okay. Trust. We need trust. Okay.
全部話すんだ。
His hourglass is cracking
自分の望み。本当の。
Okay. Soldier Boy, tell him. Let's go. Oh?
それから。
Do you, Asakura? Well, I admit I'm desperate for someone to save me. We gotta press. We gotta go. Like a desperate enough to seek help from Euphoria. Okay. Just admit it. We are the same. I don't know if this is good. Oh, yellow. Just admit it, you and me, we're the same. Are we really, you and I? Okay, not bad, not bad. You felt you could trust Euphoria. Oh, good. Yeah. Come on. Okay, you felt you could trust Euphoria with your secret. I just couldn't think of any other option. Tell me what you desire. Come on, Asakura. Asakura's so difficult.
Positive.
Okay.
そうだよな。
This is why you called for me, right? Okay. It's something you can't tell anyone of. Okay, come on. It's something you can't tell anyone about, right? Why are you talking like this though? He's acting like I'm twisting a knife like in his stomach. And I'm like, okay. Why were you looking at the angel painting? Out of faith or desire? Let's find out. Come on. They say angels are God's messengers, right? Were you desperate to talk to him? Perhaps that explains it. But I don't know what that means. Like, we already... That doesn't, like, make sense to me. Okay. He's getting pretty emotional. No. Okay, when you saw my sketch of Hayato, you called him an angel. Yes, well... Okay, let's press. I don't know what else to do with homeboy here. So you lust for him, is that it? No, I don't think so, honestly. Okay. Let's go! Hurry up already, spill your secret. You'll feel better, I promise. Man, he's... Oh, here we go. Let's go. Come on. At this point, you have to tell me. Tell me why you're suffering.
Easy.
A savior, an angel. I'll give you whatever it is you want. Oh, here we go. Answer is God would. I'm gonna break this thing, aren't I?
Negative.
I'm gonna break this.
いいんだ。
God, or your holy savior, never abandons his lost sheep. He forgives all sins, isn't that right? Ah, okay. Here it is. Okay. Oh, it's gotta be this one. If it's not, yeah. Man, he's a toughie. Oh, I felt like I was gonna break the hourglass. Man. You want an angel, right? An angel of your very own.
そうだ。羽の生えた天使が欲しい。
ああ、全部わかった。
Complete. Well, here we go.
もう迷う必要はない。
Don't have to keep.
天使、本当に私は私の望みは。
Did we get it? Woo! I don't know if that's good or not. I'm free of the stressful chapter. Let's go. Okay, give me the scene. After the conversation, I plucked the scalpel from the tray and offered it to Asakura. He stared back at me in bewilderment. Oh boy.
作るんだろ、天使。
Oh God. God help me. He swallowed loudly, then with trembling fingers he accepted the scalpel. But he still looked perplexed, so I pulled off my coat and shirt, baring my torso. His eyes widened at the sight of the innumerable scars sneaking over my skin.
なんだよ。
What? It was precisely the reaction I expected. I fixed him with a pointed smile.
その傷跡は
趣味だ。
It's my hobby. Oh. You're sick. So are you.
君は狂ってる。
Squeezing his eyes shut, he forced the words out from the back of his throat.
そして狂ってるのは
I was about to say, I was like, Asakura. As he spoke, he set the scalpel back on the tray, then he pulled a pair of latex gloves from his coat pocket and pulled them on. He was visibly nervous, and yet the motion came to him naturally. Oh boy. Oh, he already has some, like the angel wing scars. He kind of has some already. Except those are quite large for angel wing scars. Meanwhile, I laid face down on the exam table. With his gloved hands, Asakura picked up the scalpel once more.
本当に
You're really sure about this? Okay. I nodded, then waited quietly for the prick of his tiny blade. Those are sharp. A sharp, pointed pain ran down the side of my right shoulder. First of all, I just want to say, you know, he didn't even offer, like, you know, any anesthesia. Like, no, he just like, so I can just like cut you right. Like, come on. It's okay. It's Towa. I'm sure Towa will be fine, hopefully. Okay. Slowly but surely, the pain took on a depth and a heat. I could hear something wet. Blood, probably. The visceral pain of pierced flesh made me grit my teeth and grunt. But I kind of enjoyed this intense, electrifying sort of pain. Grimacing, I buried my face in my arms, tortured yet fulfilled. Okay, calm down. At long last, he had taken the first step towards his desire. I could tell he was excited from his labored breathing. He pulled his hand away from the incision on my right shoulder blade, and the same pain ran through my left. Oh boy. While the cut on my right side was still throbbing hotly, a fresh pain cried out. I could feel sweat beading on my forehead, and my nails clawed at the table. I was gritting my teeth so tightly I thought my molars might shatter. It was agony. My ears were ringing, and I felt dizzy. I squeezed my eyes shut. Behind my eyelids, my vision went white. The familiar stench of blood stung my nostrils. The sticky wetness slithered across my back as Asakura panted somewhere above me. I opened my eye, a crack, and saw that my hands had gone white. Okay. Asakura let out an impassioned sigh. Apparently we had finished the first stage. Man, that's really big. Like, they don't have to be that big, but okay. Because technically, okay, sorry. I'm gonna critique Asakura's technique right now. Okay, that is too large because unless the wings are humongous, which also you don't have time to do, it shouldn't be that big because the base of the wings usually aren't that large. Otherwise, the wings are humongous. You know, if you've ever seen a bird, you know, if you've ever seen a bird widen out their wings, right? And you see like the part that is attached to the body of the bird, it's like it how do I say? Oh my gosh, I can't words right now, but it pinches basically. It's not like a full flat big thing. It has to kind of pinch in like a triangular motion. I cannot speak right now. And a triangular motion, and it pinches basically. You guys are gonna see this and you're gonna be like, you dumb, but I'm just like, I can't explain fully right now, but you know what I mean. It basically cinches, pinches, you know, so that it's like a smaller area, because the bones, the framework, kind of like the heavier parts are like the bones, you know, they come out and it's like the top, and then the little bones are at the bottom, you know what I mean. If you look up birds and the skeletal system, you'll see what I mean. It's kind of similar how they make angel wings, like, you know, in the traditional angel sense of design, that angel wings are based off of bird wings, okay? Anyway, these are so large, and I'm just like, Asakura. But you know what? Okay. This is definitely censored right now, so you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's continue. I'm ready to get out of this chapter, okay? His bloodied hand set the scalpel back on the tray and grabbed a rod. Sure enough, the rods were some sort of skeleton for the wings. He must have designed them himself. They seemed kind of chintzy, but maybe all that mattered was the process of creating an angel. Asakura grabbed the rubbing alcohol and applied a healthy amount to the rod. With the tip pointed at my back, he smiled quietly, barely suppressing his excitement. He was looking at me, but he wasn't really seeing me anymore. So creepy. Okay, as he muttered, he brought the stainless steel bone to my right shoulder blade. A new pain wedged itself deep into the incision as the tip slowly sank into my bloody flesh. The pain forced a grunt out of me. Then my body stiffened and started to shake, and as I shifted my focus to that, I realized the numbing process had already begun. With the base of the right wing implanted in my shoulder, I next felt the prick of a needle against the surface of my skin. Over time, as the tiny pinches continued one after another, they grew more and more painful. Oh, is he putting like more than one though? Like as in like instead of a set of 2, he's putting like more than one set? I'll find out. I'll find out later. He has stressed me out. So if I had to guess, he was probably sewing me up to hold the wing in place. Needle and thread in and out and in and out. As if in a trance, Asakura murmured to himself as he worked. Each time he pulled the thread taut, I felt my blood run cold, followed by a searing heat. I heard the snip of scissors, and then the sewing came to an end. Ugh. Lightly, he wiggled the wing. It wobbled erratically, but the stitches held it securely in place. Oh wow, that is super large. Yeah, that thing is humongous. Also, that thread is huge. Look at those threads are huge. That needle must have been humongous. Ow. Okay, sorry, I'm just admiring his work. Now I'm admiring his work, sort of, you know. Enthralled by his success with the right wing, he grabbed another rod. Okay, here we go again. Oh gosh. I will say this is probably a little better than Ikuina, because Ikuina just like went at it as like he just went in and in, but like with Homeboy here it's only 2 with some weird stuff. With some stuff in between, but it's a lot cleaner than the homie from chapter 1. His whisper was almost seductive. Then the sharp pain pierced my left shoulder blade. Okay. It was more intense than the first time, and it made me grimace. He let out a rapturous sigh as he stabbed the wing bone into my shoulder. It felt like he was searching for the perfect spot. Oh boy. Oh boy. As the tip ravaged my wound, I broke out in a full-body sweat. The pain of birth directly correlates to the beauty of life. I can't tell who's weirder, Asakura or Ikuina. Like, stab, stab, stab. Asakura jostled the wing bone again and again, mercilessly assaulting my tender flesh. I felt that. I squeezed my eyes shut against the rush of pain, and a memory rose to mind. A time when I was essentially... It was the same feeling of being forced open wider than I was accustomed to. Yes, I faltered a bit. Nevertheless, my flesh slowly adapted to the penetration all the same. This time, however, the intruder wasn't seeking carnal pleasure. It was forcing something cold and hard into my wounds. But no matter how he ravaged them, my body would never fully accept the foreign objects. Still, I couldn't help but picture it. What if I spent the rest of my life with stainless steel wings? It was kind of fun to think about. Muttering under his breath, Asakura set about his next task. The long, thin needle nipped at my skin, pulling the thread through, followed by more searing pain. Like with my right shoulder, it repeated again and again until I heard a snip. Then he let out a slow, deep breath. Ooh. Calm down. Oh boy. His quavering voice nearly cracked. Then I heard the restless sound of tools clattering back to the tray. Okay. Oh boy. It felt like red-hot iron plates were being pressed to every inch of my skin. Everything was hot and tingly. The warm wetness I felt all over my body was probably some combination of blood and sweat. I couldn't think straight. I lifted my head and saw Asakura standing there, bewitched. His lips were curled in a delighted smile as he admired the makeshift angel wings. Personally, I had no idea what it looked like. I tried to smile, but my lips were chapped and the movement made them split. My voice was hoarse too, probably from all the groaning during the surgery. Sus. As he spoke, he glanced around, searching for something. But whatever he sought, he failed to find. Disappointed, he pulled off his bloody latex gloves, then took his phone out of his pocket. I heard the sound of a camera shutter. Then he showed me his phone screen. Oh, yep. Interesting. Honestly, his soap work isn't too bad. Now that I'm looking at it, like, together, you know? Oh, gosh. It was hard to describe how the image made me feel. It was my own back covered in blood and scars, with mangled metal jutting up from the inside. Frankly, it was such a mess, I couldn't tell they were wings at all. But Asakura was obsessed with the idea of crafting an angel with his own hands. Dozens of red stitches gathered at the base of the wings where my skin puffed up from the new additions. Crimson blood paired with the deep scarlet of my inner flesh. The photo had captured an entire palette of colors. The beauty of the grotesque. This was more than enough inspiration for euphoria. Enduring the growing pain and obsession, I laughed weakly. As my consciousness started to fade, I could feel a palpable sense of accomplishment. At long last, I have created an angel of my very own. Ooh, how beautiful, truly exquisite. In this moment, I am euphoric. Ooh, girl. Ooh, what a time. Ugh. After the surgery, Asakura gazed at the photo on his phone for a long moment, then staggered out of the medical ward. Hands shaking, I reached down and grabbed my coat off the floor. Then I retrieved my phone from my pocket and called Taku. I'm surprised he can even move out of y'all, honestly. Taku ran into the operating room. As soon as he saw me, he froze in his tracks. When I told him about Hayato, he ran back out, then returned carrying the boy in his arms. Hayato had only just awoken, and he didn't seem to understand what had happened. He clung to Taku with one hand. Taku looked back at him sadly. He laid Hayato down on a different medical bed, then set about removing the wings from my back. He cut through the stitches, carefully extracted the metal rods, then pressed a towel to my blood-soaked back. Then he put my arm around his shoulders and slowly sat me up. After all the pain and blood loss, I was barely conscious. Nevertheless, with Taku's support, I made it out of the building and into his car. Not sure what happened after that. The next thing I knew, I was lying in bed on my stomach, and Taku was standing beside me. We're back, baby. Oh, gosh. Ooh, okay. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Lord have mercy. Okay. I know. Are you okay, Towa? He crouched down to get a look at my face. How's your pain level? I don't know. You know, he put metal rods up in there. Not bad. My thoughts were fuzzy and my speech was slurred. And the anesthesia must be working. Okay. Nothing. He don't remember none of that. No. Taku sighed and looked at me, exhausted yet relieved. Hey, yo. Well, homeboy went to town, you know. Poor child. This poor child. At this, he shook his head with a hard frown. Bless Taku. He's doing his best out here. As he spoke, he looked away as if he could finally relax. Poor thing. He pursed his lips together. Yeah, what happened to the kids? You gotta tell me what happened to the homies. Homies? No, I see. Yeah, Hayato can't stay here, you know.
Asakura スタッフルームの片隅で座り込んでいるところを発見されたそうだ。極度の心神耗弱状態だと判断されて、新興民総合病院に入院した。
That's for sure. After he achieved his goal of creating his own personal angel, he probably turned into an empty husk. Oh, for sure. What would happen to Asakura from here? I would probably never know. Would he try to move past it like Iguina, or would he fall to rock bottom? It was his choice to make. Ooh, that was a time. Oh. I'm free! I'm free from chapter 2. That was so stressful. So stressful. I was just like, please don't make this what I think it is. Oh gosh. Okay. Thanks to Tako's thorough treatment, I recovered steadily. While I convalesced, Eiji called me and apologized for giving me false information about Asakura. He had told me there was proof of Asakura visiting a child brothel, but apparently that was untrue. When Eiji investigated further, he learned that the eyewitnesses had only seen him loitering outside of the brothel. No one had actually seen him go in. As someone who had always loved children, the unfounded suspicion had made him paranoid. Hayato's behavior towards him was only ever that of a child seeking love from a parental figure. He was love-starved, and perhaps it was that innocent desperation that captivated Asakura in the first place.
子供って無垢な天使のようで無邪気な悪魔になることもあるのよね。
You're right, Ray.
本人の意思とは関係なくね。
This was a comment Ray made when he and Taku came to check on me while I was recuperating. Taku got a hard look on his face and fell silent. He was probably thinking of Hayato. After all, Hayato was a victim too. And Taku probably had a lot of feelings on the subject since he cared for the boy. But something didn't feel right. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something was bothering me. As I gazed at Taku's wavering smoke, I narrowed my eye and mulled it over. Slow damage. Oh, they're not gonna give me the tea? Man, that's jacked up. They're not gonna give me no tea. Oop. Hey, what's poppin'? Mom? Uh-oh. Oh? Mom? No? How could I? Uh-oh. It's my fault. No, not this again. Not this again. Not like this. Not like this. Not the amnesia. Why? Why did I? Not the amnesia. Not the amnesia. Oh, not the Amori again. I never meant for this to happen. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh boy, not the trauma-induced amnesia again. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Please, doctor. Oh? Oh! Let's go! Come on, besties. Okay. All right, kids. Wait, do I get a painting? Hold on. The cuts on my back still hurt, but now that I was able to walk again, it was time to start painting. As I was taking stock of my paints, the door opened and Taku walked in wearing a lab coat. The second he laid eyes on me, he frowned and folded his arms.
もう起き上がっても平気なのか。痛みは？
まあ、そこそこ。
Medium. At my response, he let out an exaggerated sigh.
本当は平気じゃないんだろ。
I mean, he's not, but yeah. Once I had granted my model's wish, I always headed to the canvas no matter what fresh injuries I was sporting. I wanted to get it out while the image was still fresh in my head. When I was in art mode, there was no stopping me. Taku understood that, which was why he didn't try to force it. He fell silent but didn't leave the room, just stood there with a bitter look on his face. Clearly, there was something more he wanted to say. Suspicious, I continued setting up, then finally opened his mouth to speak.
俺は朝倉がお前に対してやったことは本当に許せない。許せないんだが。
However.
それとは別に朝倉が苦しんでいたことについて。
Homeboy was going through it, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I froze and looked at him. Where did that come from? He stared at his feet.
朝倉は隼人君を放っておくことができず、結果として入れ込みすぎてしまった。本来医者は患者に対して常に客観的で冷静な距離を保たなきゃならない。朝倉はそれができなかった。だが医者だって人間だ。どれだけ冷静でいようとしても 感情に飲み込まれてしまう時もある。魔が差すというのかもしれんが、
Okay.
それがいつどのタイミングで訪れるかなんて誰にもわからない。
Keep
自
going.
分でもな。
Keep going.
朝倉を全否定することは
Okay.
できないって話だ。
Okay. Okay. Hesitantly, he rubbed the back of his hand.
いや、すまん。なんでこんなことお前に話してるんだろうな。
It's okay, Taku. You do what you need to do. Then he turned and left the room. A doctor, overtaken by emotions. To me, that described Taku more than anyone else. Was it just the Asakura incident? Maybe he could personally relate to the struggles of a fellow doctor. All the more proof that life was easier when you didn't care about anything. With that thought, I went back to setting up my easel. Give me the painting! Slow damage. Okay, let me see if... Oh. 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 Okay, let's see what's up here. What's up in here? The world was blurry like the view from underwater. Vaguely, I could tell that the scarlet light was rippling. Apparently, I was lying down. I tried to get up and discovered that I couldn't move. My limbs were practically frozen solid. I was powerless and deafened by the silence. I was scared. Just then, I sensed someone standing behind me. It's a different word, okay. But I couldn't turn to see. Meanwhile, the presence continued to grow and grow, threatening to engulf me. I tried to scream, but I couldn't even open my mouth. All I could do was tremble as the fear roasted me alive. Ayo. I could feel laughter rippling through the air, near and far. I couldn't tell if the voice was loud or soft. All I could do was tense up my throat and stomach and try to endure it. I was powerless. Okay. Fascinating. Interesting. 3 days after I started painting Asakura. After days of barely eating or drinking, I finished my piece and staggered out of my room on December 31st, New Year's Eve. Personally, I like the Equino one better, but you know, it's fine. It's a vibe. The clinic had closed for the winter holidays. Nevertheless, Taku was always on the first floor just in case I needed something, and Ray came by almost every day. Okay, now that I've seen the painting, be up in here. Okay, save. Save. Okay, let me go back. Okay, all right. So I think we can reach the end of today's festivities. All right. Yes, let's go. Painting day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Interesting. I wonder if it's gonna cover the whole wall. We'll see. We'll see. Because if we count our 4 main boys, there's probably a little more in between. But anyway, oh gosh, that was a wild ride. So obviously, you can obviously tell that I was stressed out because I was just like, oh please don't let him be exactly what everyone's saying he is. Because I was just like, well, because first of all, that would be kind of like lame writing because it'd be expected, you know. Also, please, I cannot. I was like, please don't let it be about that. But luckily, it was more so of people basically like making up things about you, and then you start to question yourself because you know, is what people saying true about me, basically. Even though this is a very severe situation, it's a very severe kind of thing. Sorry, my words are bad today. But it's very a more severe kind of accusation, right? But even if we lessen the severity of the accusation, it's still kind of in the, is what they're saying true about me? And I just am not self-aware. Asakura was definitely, as most characters in this game apparently, was most definitely very mentally unstable because, you know, Ikuina went about his day. You know, he was like, oh, okay, I had the wish granted, we move along, right? But Asakura was, you know, he had like a full mental breakdown, you know, and we do not know if he's ever gonna come back from it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this chapter was actually very interesting, despite me being stressed the whole time, as you guys could see. Yeah, I don't even know how to express it in words. Like, you know how that chapter, I don't even know how to summarize that chapter. Asakura was a very interesting subject, you know, because Ikuina is kind of like, you know, Ikuina is like essentially a stalker, essentially. Whereas like Asakura was a person who was not a bad person per se, but because of the things people said about him and you know, it made him question his own sanity, his morality. You know, he's like, am I that? Am I like not good? Am I just a freak? Like, you know, which I mean, yeah, but no, I'm just joking, slightly. But I mean, it isn't really that normal to be like, I wish to put these weird metal body mods on this person, even though I have no, you know, I have no experience, I'm not a professional, it's just some weird dark desire, you know. And that is the recurring theme of Slow Damage, is Towa wants to unlock the deep, dark desires of people. I'm glad Hayato is safe on the mainland. He should not be in Shinkomi. Otherwise, Taku's showing his soft side. Well, I mean, he's been soft this whole time, but chapter 3 seems to be about him, if the title didn't make it obvious. So I'm excited to do Taku's chapter. I'm excited to unlock more of the secrets of Slow Damage and Towa's apparently traumatically caused amnesia. I really can't talk today. But yes, okay, so in short terms, this was fun. Wow, this took a while, but I really did want to finish this chapter, not just because of fear, but because this was so interesting. The writing for this chapter was very interesting, and I was just like, what are you guys hinting at? Like, give me the info, give me the tea, you know. And also, it's interesting that Taku knew this person. It wasn't just a stranger, essentially. It was a person connected to one of the characters in our main cast. You know, so I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. Do not tell me. But I'm not sure if from here we're gonna end up we're just gonna go through the main guys from here on out, or if in between Taku and Rei we will meet some more friends, some more homies to help us out with our paintings. But either way, I'm very excited. I'm trying to get through the game as quickly as possible. But you know, I do have to record and I do have to find time to like to play not just 30 minutes at a time, because then it's literally like nothing. Like we literally just get through some dialogue and then I cut it off. So yeah, so we're just gonna continue on in our little parts here. Hopefully I can take some time to take a break to edit these too, which they usually don't take too long, but with the CG scenes, they've been sussy, so I do have to cover them up just for the sake of myself, so that you know, YouTube's not like, hey, I'm gonna take this down. Like, you know. So but yeah, so thank you again for joining me today, tonight, this morning, whenever you're watching this. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay well. Don't forget my podcast, You Can Smooch Tho, is on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts. We cover all topics relating to boys' love and other related items. So, like I said, we might even cover girls' love sometime once I, you know, figure that out. And please stay happy. And I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye-bye. Good night.